hello.
And I said that's not
Then
a
she said-
dogger, that's my mom.
Yeah, what's the deal with airline food? Okay, so, what? Welcome to the stream, everyone. How are you doing? It looks like we're good to go. Yeah, it's all the cameras are in the right spot.
Duncan was has evaporated. I think we're fine.
So, yeah, welcome. It's we didn't play last week, did we? So it's been a couple weeks. Yeah, because my mom was visiting, so.
Go for laundry.
So, anywho, yeah, we're back, and yeah, what happened last time? Who wants to start us off with the recap?
Befriended a worm.
You did befriend a worm in a certain sense of the word, yeah.
Yes.
So instead of being attacked by the purple worm, I turned the purple worm into a smaller purple worm. And from there, it was Giost. We sparked a slave rebellion, escaped the town. Now here we are.
Yeah. We used to run to the
One thing
ship.
led to another. And,
It was. I did not think you were gonna be able to Gios the worm because it has to be able to understand you. But then we realized through looking at your guys' features that like Britsha animals can understand Britsha. Britsha is the one that was going to be casting Gios, and with that, even though a normal purple worm is not a beast, so it therefore can't understand language. When you turn it into a regular worm, it could understand you, and so it was this weird fucking like sequence of things that all needed to go right for you to be able to do that, and they all did.
Somehow made it smarter by turning it into a worm.
Well, it's not that it's smarter, it's just that it is a beast, and beasts I think it's even dumber. It's just that technically only beasts can understand Britsha, understand Bree, not monstrosities, and a purple worm is a monstrosity, not a beast technically.
That feels like a weird technicality. I think a monstrosity is just a really big beast.
It's one of those things where, okay, so like monstrosity also includes things like chimeras and basically things that are like kind of like grafted together creatures or like maybe came from experiments, things like that, right? So which is technically, then there's also, but it's also confusing because then there's also abominations, which sounds like it should be the same thing. But abominations are more like otherworldly creatures.
Oh, we learned all about abominations last night.
Yeah, they're just big trees.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like
yeah.
a three-legged tree.
Yeah, we will play a lot of Valheim, so expect some references to that. But anyways, though, so so yeah, you guys basically you got the worm working for you. You even also got the troll to kind of like calm down. And basically told it, like, hey, we'll get you, like, food if you just cooperate with us. Because trolls are smart enough to understand basic concepts, you know.
Well, we also told him we were going to help him find the dude who was, like, experimenting on him.
Exactly, yeah. And so then you made it to the edge of, like, the Dwarven Keep, and you were having negotiations with one of the two Dwarven brothers who are the heirs to this place. Negotiations were actually going all right until the dude was like, hey, come out, my like court alchemist. The court alchemist comes out. Turns out it's the dude who did the experiments on the troll. The troll goes enraged, just fucking snaps the bindings and just charges at the motherfucker. Like, just, and negotiations obviously are falling apart. So you guys then, like, in like the course of a few seconds, you chuck a fireball at one group of dwarves. You tell the worm, you fling the worm through the air. It reverts back to full worm size, and it goes rah, just starts eating through the dwarves. You basically just like start slaughtering all the dwarves. Run straight into the keep, like with your momentum. The troll's like charging with you guys. You you get to the keep, basically spark a full-on like brawl between the two dwarven sides. The gate gets like knocked open by the worm, I think, or maybe the troll, one of the two.
Yeah, the worm came up from underneath the gate and just fucking ate it.
The troll is rampaging, the worm is rampaging, you guys are just running through. All of a sudden the slaves start swarming into the city and freeing the other slaves, and like it's just chaos. It's like, I feel like it's something that would happen in like a Star Wars movie, basically.
Right? Yeah. Just as planned.
Yeah. So anyways, you guys
With
just...
a little bit more execution of heads of state.
They did that.
Yeah, but
Yeah, they did that one.
Yeah, the end of Revenge of the Return of the Jedi.
Well, we killed one, and we killed like the other one. We saw the one down. We tossed a fireball at him as a little fuck you. On the way out.
yeah,
We did. Okay, you did.
yeah. But yeah, so the so yeah, it was actually yeah, it worked out a lot better than I expected, honestly. And you made it out of the city with a group of like several hundred like freed slaves, who most of which are going to kind of like go back to their families, go back to wherever they're from. But there is a solid group of them that were already like mercenaries and soldiers before they were taken. Like they were taken in as slaves because they were soldiers and mercenaries who got captured, right? And in those cases, several of them were like, you know what, we are. First off, like a lot of them feel a bit of debt to you guys, so they are like, you know, they want to help out you guys in return. As well as some of them realize that the money, the like adventuring work is very profitable lots of times. So there's a bit of wanting to pay back the debt that they now owe you, a bit of like self-interest, but all in all, and it's a very mixed group. It's like it's some humans, some elves, some halflings, some dwarves even, because even though these, you know, the dwarves fight each other too and slave each other, it's not like slavery in this on this continent is not like generally racially based or anything like that. It is very much based on city-states go to war with each other. It doesn't matter who they are, they're gonna, you know, fight and get slaves in war. So, yeah. And then, unfortunately, so, these, yeah, these, so you have a good group of them now. I think I said like maybe like 50 more or so. I don't remember exactly.
Have Duncan check his sheet. He takes it.
Yes, you said 30, but we can increase that.
We'll say 30. Now 30 is
I think it was
good.
about 50.
Because it was
7 million.
Yeah, so 30 at this point with 30 more joining you guys. I'm assuming you're just gonna I'm assuming you're gonna trust them enough to let them on the castle, unlike the other group of dwarves that you didn't want to at first, for good reason. With this group of slaves, even if they try to do anything, you still outnumber them overall. So like, yeah, and you don't get the vibe that any of them are really like gonna try to mutiny or anything. So,
I mean, why would they? From their perspective, we just demolished that entire city.
Yeah.
Like, you gonna fuck with those?
We're gonna trust
as far as they know, we can summon the worm whenever.
Yeah, and so
and the first thing they're gonna see when they walk into the castle courtyard is 2 wyverns chained up in the corner.
That is true. Yeah. I forgot you still have the wyverns chained there.
Yeah, I forgot about that too.
Yeah. Well, anyways, so yeah, so you have do you have it like up to around like 80 now total then, if you factor everything in, something like that. So, and at this point, the castle's a little, it's not really cramped, but it's like a little, starting to run out of free space a little bit. You could probably have, like, for long-term travel at least, you could definitely fit another couple hundred people on it, but for traveling with all the supplies and everything, your upper limit for long-term travel is like maybe about 100, 150 max. So, but yeah.
They're halflings.
But yeah, I mean, you know, maybe a little more if they're all halflings. So, I would say that you guys, yeah, you kind of took a couple days to kind of recover, get everything organized, divvy out some of your supplies with the freed slaves who are going back home, and then, yeah, take inventory largely. And at this point, you have, yeah, you have a decent-sized war band. And you'd already kind of talked with Raquel, who's kind of like the de facto leader of the freed slaves. And now he's basically going to work with you guys. You had kind of worked out some plans. I don't remember exactly what the plans were last time. What did you end up deciding you wanted to do?
We were going to go get the hat.
Yeah.
And then...
I believe we were going to use the hat to aid us in Falion. And that happens to be near our next goal as well.
Yeah, because we don't know exactly what the hat does, if I remember. We're just like, we know.
No, we have no idea.
Well, my friend Aya was in Thalia, right? Like, that was kind of a...
As well as some of the, like, dragon elf leadership was there as well. So.
Oh, you know what I love murdering some heads of state, man.
Yeah, it wasn't like a head of state. It was more like it'd be like the Speaker of the House, like the third in line or something like that. You know.
Attack her husband with a hammer.
Jeez. Minkus. Anyways, though, so the what's what did I say? So okay, so at some point Rick Heel would probably talk to you guys. You did that kind of like the day after when you were still going through everything. Once you kind of have inventory done, Rick Heel would probably approach Adau, since Adau's the one who does a lot of the bookkeeping, and pull Adau aside and basically say like, well, you'd be like, yeah, could I speak to you for a minute, Adau?
No, I mean yes.
Yeah, and he'd actually speak to you in Elvish because you are both elves. He is full dragon elf, while you are half dragon elf, half normal elf. So,
Yes.
Little favoritism, but okay.
yeah. So he would speak to you in Elvish, like pull you aside, and he would say, I've been going through my men's things, while making sure they're all equipped properly. The city we're going to. By the way, sorry, out of character. I do have a name for the city now. The abandoned city
Nice.
that is infested
Elvish.
with the one that's infested with devils and other things.
Cleveland.
It is Cleveland. Yeah, no, it's Austergard, which literally just means Eastern Home, because it was one of the farthest east dwarven cities built in this mountain chain. So, pretty simple name, just Austergard, which I will write on the map in a second. But yeah, so anywho, so so Rakia would say, if we are going to Austergard, it's supposedly swarming with fiends.
That's the idea.
I was thinking do you know how I'm sure you know fiends are generally quite tough to take down with normal weapons.
Yeah, and it's out of character. They're like resistant to all non-magical weapons, right?
Generally, a lot of devils and demons for that matter, but a lot of fiends are to like do full damage to them. You either have to use like magic means, right, magical weapons, or sometimes silvered weapons or adamantine weapons will do. But basically, you need some sort of special something, you know.
Okay.
And so he looks at you. He's like, this is it's not going to be possible to find a large amount of enchanted weapons, but if we were to stop by someplace, we might be able to buy bags of silver powder for cheap enough where we could coat our weapons for a time.
That's a
Tell
good
me
idea.
it wasn't back in Gabagool.
Gabagard is obviously not an option, but
Yeah, they did mine silver there.
yeah, in this castle, and he looks a little kind of like hesitant to say this. He's like, we could go to Dupegard, the dwarven capital of this region. It's possible that we might reach there ahead of the news, even.
Okay, quick in and out, 5-minute adventure.
We could do that, but I feel like we can probably just hit up an outlying town, maybe a small silver mine, say, give us all of your waste silver that you couldn't turn into ingots for X money.
He nods. He's like, that could probably work. The only thing is, if we go to a bigger city, we might be able to find other resources as well. I don't know what financial means you all have currently, but
Substantial. But where is a city other than Dupegard? Oh, what is it? What is the city here?
So that would be one. I don't have a name for it, but that would be one that is probably mostly humans and halflings and maybe some elves. But it's actually probably ruled by the dwarves right now. They've been expanding, or maybe not. It might be.
We don't have to like Not really a big deal. We just send one guy in to go buy stuff and bring it back.
That's true. Also, what is this? Is this the camp that you said?
I don't remember. It's not.
I think
supposed
so.
to
I
be.
think that's where we're
Oh,
parked.
okay, yeah. It would probably be more like up here, but it would be like you wouldn't have gone that far, but
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. Hold on, I gotta make my character sheet smaller because it's taking up the map. Well,
But
yeah, I suppose Gabagard isn't an option. We could, yeah, I suppose. Several of us have the ability to disguise ourselves, and most of our party is unknown, so we could just go somewhat near Dukeguard and then send a party in to buy silver, or we could use our 7,000 coins and pulverize them, and then melt them down, and even turn them into silver weapons if we wanted to.
melt down all your silver coins.
Yeah, it's 700 gold worth, which is not. I mean, that's a lot of gold,
The
but
thing is that the forage you guys have wouldn't be able to necessarily do that very quickly, right? Like, you guys are like a few days. Yeah, you're like a few days journey from here. In the amount of time it would take to fly there, it would be like you might be able to get like maybe a dozen or even less weapons, like silvered weapons made.
what about bolt tips?
Bolt tip, that might work a little. You might be able to do a little more of that. The thing is, you would know, this would just be kind of common knowledge. Like, a lot of devils have wings and can fly, so you can, for some of them, you could set up on the castle, just shoot at them, right? And that's not really a threat. And you can do that without silver, it's just going to take longer. But once they start flying up at you, you know.
Yeah. Okay. I think it might be worth it to go to a city. And we can get some area of effect magical shit for our guys to throw down at them. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, necklaces of fireball.
Stuff like
those are
that is-
expensive, though.
Just put the
Stuff like that
silver
is-
in the flasks, make them into a bomb.
Yeah, I think just alchemist fire would be probably
Yeah.
better because fireball necklaces are like thousands of gold a
They're
piece. They're
very
incredibly
expensive, yeah. But yeah, you guys
Still have
can,
mine.
you guys
27
can,
glasses of oil.
but yeah, you guys could. This would have been just Rakeel talking to you, but I'm assuming later you'd just over a meal
I'd
talk
relay
about
this,
this.
yeah.
Yeah. So what does the rest of the group think?
I want to go shopping because we don't have any healing potions for our beautiful little flower girl,
Okay.
and she's squished.
I'm
have
keen to go
anything.
shopping.
Yeah, and Helios is also squished and tends to like to get hit in the face a lot.
I would, but I can't get too much armor. But we'll see.
Oh.
Time for shopping.
Yeah.
Let's just go
hold on.
rob a wizard. We're in the mountains. There's got to be like an evil wizard in a tower somewhere.
Let's do it.
By the way,
How many times did I tell you, Adau? Not every wizard is evil. There's good wizards.
Yeah.
Oh, ask him first.
Every wizard I've
And
ever
rob.
played. Yeah, right, we
Um,
ask them and then rob them. By the way, what?
I also realized over the past couple weeks when I saw a discussion online of like some spells, and I realized I was ruling something a little wrong. So Britsha, you know how we talked about like your spell summon elemental?
Mhm.
Yeah, that we thought you couldn't do anymore. But I realized it's only a one-time cost. Once you have the vial, it isn't consumed every time, unlike some spells. It'll specify. So actually you could have been using that.
Oh.
Cause yeah,
Well, it is OP.
so yeah, the idea is that yeah, like you spend the 400 gold once, but then it's no longer it's at that point it's not consumed after the
Okay.
time.
I guess we could pretend that Bree lost it or something after I got all those free uses of it.
Yeah, we could say that. I mean that's fine, but
And then I can
it's
try and buy a real one. Time.
There you
Yeah.
go.
that works.
the worm eated it.
Yeah. No, I was misreading it. I didn't realize that it's not consumed. Unlike something like Revivify, where
Oh, that's,
if you
that's
you
good,
need
though.
the diamonds.
yeah, if you look at Revivify, it'll specify which is consumed. Right? It'll say diamonds worth 300 gold, which the spell consumes, and it doesn't say that next to this. So yeah, it was I was misreading that. So
Oh, okay.
yeah. But anyways, though, so okay, so is the plan to go to Dukeguard then, or a different
That
city?
works.
As fast as we can.
For
'Cause
me,
There are other
Yeah.
cities that are going to be a little more out of the way, though.
yeah. I feel, yeah, sure, we might as well.
And then if we hear news, maybe send in a scout.
Yeah, I mean, the core wizard of Gabagard is dead, so I feel like they'd have
Yeah.
to get news there by conventional means, which we will outpace twofold. We can be there for several days.
Yeah.
And if we have to topple another door, we can keep a topple.
The other thing is, remember that Gabagard was kind of in a state of like semi-rebellion against Dupegard's rule, so it's not like they were on the best of terms, anyways.
But hey, we took down Gabagard.
Yeah, the ruler of
back.
the ruler of Gabagard was basically he's a cousin of the king of Dupegard, and basically was trying to say I'm breaking apart from your kingdom, and they were kind of in a weird state of like a cold war, basically, of diplomacy, until you came along and then kind of changed things. So who knows how the king of Dupegard would react to that.
Well, we have a fallback.
But yeah, so yeah, if you go there, it'll just be like a couple days of travel to reach Dupegard, and yeah, you part ways with the majority of the freed slaves who are gonna head out in different directions in larger groups for safety. Up in the mountains here, it's especially prudent to do that. So, yeah, so. When you guys start heading out. I am gonna have you guys. Let's have Britsha do this. I want you to roll me a D10, Britsha. See if a random encounter happens, because you're heading through a pretty wilderness type area here. There's a chance something happens. Okay, yeah, you're fine. So generally, I've probably explained this before for all you guys, but yeah, generally for random encounter dies, generally I'll have someone roll either a d10, a d12, or a d8, depending on how like dangerous the area is, how likely I want it to be. And then if you roll on a 10-sided die, if you roll a 9, you get a normal encounter or a hard encounter, and then on a 10, you get a deadly encounter. Normal, hard, deadly.
If you're a fun DM, you'd have 10 scenarios. One for each.
Well, sometimes I'll have tables like that too, but that's generally separate from this. But yeah. So, anyways, though, so then yeah. So there's basically like on a 10-sided die, a 1 in 5 chance of having something happen. But this time you make it there, no issues. And you do start to get in the area of Dupegard, and there's actually a lot of like smaller kind of like mining towns around the city, so it's going to be impossible to go completely under the radar. But what you can do is kind of go to one of the less like populated sides of the city, kind of get set the castle low to the ground, and send in, like you could send in, if you like, you kind of suggested, a scout. Someone, you have dwarves in your group now who you could send in to kind of just keep their ear to the ground, listen to the people talking, listen to rumors, figure out if there's any issues. So
I mean, if they want to hang out around the castle, like, you know, not interact with the dwarves for a bit, sure. If they want to go in and scout around, more power to them.
Yeah. You see, is that the plan then? Send in a couple scouts?
Like, communication we have with them. Do we have a sending stone?
Yeah, I have a sending stone. Also, are any of the slaves like branded or marked?
Some of them probably are, yeah.
Can I undo that with like healing magics?
You would have to have like the regenerate spell, which is like a 7th level spell.
Jeez, okay.
There might be one or two others that work, but I don't.
A jacket.
I don't
Yeah, I can. Well, then in that case, where is it?
Is there any ladies on board? Could we just use some concealer or something?
I was gonna say. Well, I was gonna say because we can disguise them.
Yeah.
Flowers.
Like
make,
without
like,
just with a
colors.
kit, they can cover it up.
Yeah, a lot of the brands aren't
Guys,
going to be. Normally, they're going to be in spots that you can conceal, right? So.
Okay.
A lot of times they're going to be. I don't know. They'd probably be branding like their arms and stuff in places where.
Yeah.
You
Let's give them cool tattoos. Be like, yeah, look at this.
Yeah, that's not going to be an
my
issue.
achievements.
There's but yeah, so you'll send in the ideas. You'll send in a couple dwarves to just kind of make sure it's good for you guys to go in.
Yeah.
Like clear the way. Okay, yeah. It'll take like a day for them to, you know, it's like probably an hour or two on foot travel to get to the gates of the city. There's actually a couple major like roads, at least major for being up in the mountains, that head into the gates. And yeah, you would then probably have the Yeah, a couple of these dwarves that are with you now go in, kind of scout it out, and you said you would have given them like a sending stone then?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you'd hear back later that day, like in the evening, and they would just give you a message that basically says like, things are all good here. They haven't heard of the events of Gabagard yet.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Shopping time, baby.
Shopping
Okay.
street.
And so yeah, so you guys would head into the city, and Jupgard is much bigger than Gabagard. Yeah, you would enter again, probably that, if you're entering that same evening. Actually, it's pretty common for a lot of people to arrive, you know, you'd be arriving in the evening and looking for an inn like normal travelers would. You'd kind of blend in that way. And yeah, Jupgard is quite a large city. So it is about like, even though Gabagard was a major regional center, Jupgard is about 10 times the size of Gabagard. There is Gabagard was basically just like one main road heading into the city and everything branching off of that. Jupgard is like several major like thoroughfare, like not highways, but like, walkways and streets, like these major streets and plazas branching off in different directions that lead to neighborhoods, entire neighborhoods. And a lot of the parts of the mountain are fairly just low cut out, just the height of a two-story building. But then some parts it opens out into like these caverns, kind of like, if you imagine like in like the Hobbit movies, like the what's the name of the city? I can't actually remember. But the name of the dwarven city in the Hobbit that Smaug has taken over. Right, where you can imagine lots of the parts of the city are actually these large caverns with these massive columns holding it up, and lights illuminating and making like flickering shadows. Erebor, that's it, yeah. So so this is a very, very large city, and it really feels like a metropolis, a hub, and it is a large city. It's almost entirely dwarves. There are some merchants, clearly, like merchant caravans and their guards that are like humans and elves, even some halflings. But you get the vibe that foreigners are not really like looked upon very favorably here. In fact, the part of the city that you enter into is like clearly like the merchant district, right? And is it seems like there is actually an inner gate that goes into like a further part of the city that only really dwarves and maybe some special VIPs are allowed into. So the part of the city you're in is quite large. It's like it's a couple Gabagards like put together in terms of size. So it's not like there's any lack of stuff here. But if you want to go in like deeper into the city, there is you would clearly need to have some approval, basically. So there definitely are slaves here as well, although it doesn't seem like it's quite as visible at the surface, at the very least.
Alright. First, let's go shopping. That's why we're here. So just in case something goes wrong, we're ready to leave.
Okay. Yeah, you'd probably like find like an inn, I imagine, to spend the night in first, because you'd be arriving in the evening.
Yeah, so we just know where to meet up later.
And as you're entering, you definitely see there are boarmen here too, like a lot of boarmen actually that are caravan guards for like other groups, right? And so boarmen aren't super weird out of the question. Again, there's plenty of humans and elves, so you guys fit in well enough at least. And yeah, hold on, I think the food just got here. Let me anyways, so so you guys would, yeah, you get an inn, like a base of operations, and then start wandering through the city, just looking for, I guess, like shops, right? This is a big enough city where there are going to be like alchemy shops that specialize in potions as well as more mundane things for just the average person, right? Like herbs and stuff. And there will
oregano.
Yeah, more like healing herbs and salves and stuff like that. But
They're good. Ooh.
Yeah.
Orcs.
Here, hold on. I
Yeah, oregano.
don't know if my girlfriend is.
Okay, so what was the problem with my
Hold on one
AC
sec, I'll be right
that I can't make it higher than 14? It's like,
You are not proficient in armor.
right.
Well, what armor do you
AC
have
better
currently?
than 14.
Yeah, get something that
Minus
improves your
strength.
dex.
Dex, okay.
So wait, what armor do you currently wear, or do you wear none?
Studded leather armor. My AC is only
Um,
14, so I keep getting hit. And I'm squishy. As
So you can wear light armor, I think.
okay, does that be better than studded leather?
Well, studded leather is light armor. Light armor is a category.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Might-
So
Can I enchant the armor to be like better?
yeah, you can, or you could buy better armor.
Yeah, like
You
I
can
got-
also.
I have
Go ahead.
+1 studded leather, so.
Yeah.
So we can improve our armor class, right? With better armor.
Yeah. You're a
Mine
druid.
is terrible. Yeah, I have 13 armor class, so I'm getting
Just
hit all
wearing
the
some
time.
leaves. Yeah, that's
Well, you kind of
Um,
like up against like you can't even wear studded leather, can you? 'Cause, like, isn't the thing with druids is you can't be like any metal?
No,
at all?
druids can wear medium armor actually. So yeah, you can pretty easily get better armor, Britsha.
Okay.
You could get half plate, which is 750 GP, but it'll give you disadvantage on stealth checks. Or you can wear a +1 breastplate, which is what I'm wearing, and it gives you 14 AC plus your dex modifier, and it's about half as cheap, or half as expensive.
Sorry, driver was at the door. I didn't want to keep him waiting, and girlfriend was
Fair.
was in the bathroom. So,
Understandable.
all right.
And also you can use shields, Britsha. But they can't be made of metal because, or well, I mean, I guess they can if you flavor it differently. But like, druid nature, metal bad. So, you know.
What happened? What's the deal with metal with druids?
At least in like the normal
okay.
like
Turn into a tree.
setting, druids aren't. They don't. Yeah. druids
they're
don't
not-
like using metal. They prefer to use natural materials that came
Okay.
from nature.
Oh, what you mean like rocks in the ground?
Yeah, basically.
Fair.
Hold a giant rock.
Yeah. But anyways, so what do you? So yeah. Sorry, I was describing there's like alchemist shops, but there are also one or two emporiums that would have. It wouldn't just be magic items because magic items are rare enough that like you would not be able to make a living off of selling them. There's just not enough of a like supply or demand. Well, I guess the demand is very high, but like it's literally finding people with enough money to make it worth it quick enough. Yeah. So, anyways, lots of times these emporiums will be, and actually, luckily for you guys, there are quite a few in this merchant district because a lot of times merchants passing through, if they have extra money, might look for stuff like this where they have a lot of times like just high quality other goods as well as and like collectible items, stuff like that, right? A lot of them basically like a pawn shop almost as well, where they might even like,
items? Can I
what?
get some Pokemon cards?
Yeah, exactly. Well, and
That's
then
in
they'll
that's in
also
the VIP area.
Roll a
Yeah.
D1008 to find out which one it is.
But yeah, and then they have lots of times they will have a section of their shop dedicated to magic items, which are going to always be pretty expensive. So, what are you guys looking for first?
I'd like to commission 10 more gold stars.
Okay.
We can do that at our own forge. For free, except for the cost of making them.
Yeah, you can just do that at your forge. Just you don't have to do that. Here.
Fine.
Yeah.
But Helios
like
and
to-
Bree both wanted to find better armor.
So I can't wear like better armor, but I can enchant my armor, right? To make it better? Like,
hold on.
What are my options for increasing my AC?
What
Wow,
is your armor right now?
Studded leather armor +1.
Stud leather armor +1. So
Like, I could like raise dex. I've
Yeah.
shit strength.
the main thing is that you're going to need to Yeah, and increase your dexterity is the main thing. There are also though these there are rings of protection, they're called, which are actually somewhat common. There are rings of protection that give you not only +1 to your armor class, but also +1 to your saving throws.
How much are they? I'm afraid to ask.
There's also cloaks of protection too, which are a little cheaper because they're not made of metal and.
Oh,
Yeah.
capes.
Yeah, you could have you could find a cloak. Let me find you the price. I use a specific guide that basically set my prices. Because a lot of these items don't have a price in the DMG because it's going to be dependent on every setting.
Yeah.
But
We still never worked out how much money I have.
how much money do the rest of you have?
On me?
0 on the communist. I put it all in the party share.
I've got 90
60.
gold on me, but then what do we got in the
60.
bank?
Yeah, 67 gold on me because I don't really buy much.
Yeah.
Let's say
We have
Bree.
1,000.
Yeah,
Go
sorry.
ahead.
No, you go, Duncan.
Okay, we've got 100 platinum, 4,015 gold, 7,000 silver, some gems, and I'm gonna sell some of my magic items that I can't attune to.
Let's say that you have your savings, Bree, from doing all your traveling. You have like 1,000 gold.
No.
You run my
Expect a
cart.
tithe.
So, let's see. Cloak of production. If the cloak is what you want, Helios, instead of the ring, the cloak is actually cheaper, and it is stylish. Actually, if you, here, I'll...
Do I get like what performance bonus for stylish cloak?
No, I mean, you would, to get any... You actually could probably do that, but you would have to take it to a tailor and get upgrades done. It's stylish, it's not that stylish. But here, I'll put, but it is, being a magic item, just so you know, like, magic items in general, the kind of magic nature of them means that they don't wear or fray nearly as easily as, like, a normal cloak would, right? A normal cloak, you're gonna have to make, like, mend and repair. A magic cloak like this, unless it gets completely destroyed, is generally gonna shrug off any, like, normal damage. It won't get dirty as quick, stuff like that, right? So...
Yeah.
But so here's what it looks like, Helios. I put it in the Discord.
Ooh.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So yeah, so this you can actually find. There's a couple of these in town, because again, there's like this city is big enough that there are people who, like produce magic items here. In a lot of smaller cities, you can find items, but most of the time they're second hand, third hand, whatever. This city is big enough that like enchanters get, paid, get commissioned to make items that are then sold. This is you can find stuff.
Fun job.
You're the first point of sale here, right?
Alright.
And what that means is actually you get decent prices.
Okay.
So
One
normally,
question. How good?
yeah. So like to put in perspective, normally in the other half of the world where magic items are more common, this would cost like 400 gold for this cloak. Generally, because of the fact that magic items are more rare here, generally that means that the price is going to be doubled, like 800 gold. But because this is actually a place where a lot of items are, it's actually going to be just a normal price, again, of 400. It kind of cancels out.
Okay.
So it'll be...
Follow-up question before I buy this. How flammable is it?
So like I said, since it's magical, it's less flammable than a normal cloak.
Okay. How much are the rings?
The rings...
Because we're going to meet Satan here. I'm just thinking ahead.
The rings are much more expensive because they are, well, they're a ring, right? It's a lot more easily to conceal, to protect, to whatever. They are going to be more along the lines of like 1,500 gold.
Do they have any of those stones that float?
Ion stones?
Ion stones, that's it.
Hold on.
Ones that float. Got it. Okay, I'll go for
Yeah.
the cloak then, and I'll just stay away from the fire.
All right, well, hey, we'll get to
And
Duncan, we'll come back to that. One thing I want to say is Helios. Roll me an insight check, Helios.
it's like
It's fake.
Should have went shopping with Talvo. Oh,
So yeah, so
that's actually
for
pretty
Helios, when you're in this shop, it's dwarven run as almost every shop in this city is. You are kind of like going up to you're like looking through the items and stuff. You're like, okay, I like this cloak. You grab one, and there's actually a dwarven merchant clearly by his dress in front of you, who actually also grabs one and then hops in line in front of you. Probably not even a line, but he just there happens to be in there at the same time as you. And the dwarven merchant kind of looks up at you and then goes like, just like gives you a head nod greeting. Goes up to the dude, the shop owner, who basically actually you don't speak Dwarvish, do you?
No, it's.
So
I would be in this shop as well because I want to sell some items.
Okay, well actually, yeah, if you would be in here too, then that works. You would hear then, so you don't even need to make a check, Duncan, but just from the insight roll alone, Helios, you could see actually the one merchant that kind of like nods over his shoulder at you and like clearly says something in Dwarvish. And then Duncan, you would hear what he says, and he's basically saying, "Can't believe you actually have a Boarman in here. I didn't think that any of them were rich enough to buy anything." Helios, you wouldn't understand all that, but you would get the vibe.
You haven't heard of me yet.
You would get the vibe. And then the guy, the shopkeeper's like, "That'll be 300 gold," and gives it to him for 300 gold. And then you come up, and he's like, 400 gold, please.
So you haven't heard of me.
Yeah.
He's just like, what?
He's like,
what did you say?
yeah. The dude is like, no, I'm. What is your? Can we keep business moving here?
Exactly.
Did you
So that, I
speak
think.
Boarman?
Just start bouncing out
speaking-
his own theme song.
He'd probably be speaking in the human tongue, like that's a
Oh,
you
okay,
know.
okay.
Okay, fair. Unfortunately for you, my buddy here speaks your language. You know what would make this a bit quicker? Giving me the same.
I wasn't even with him.
Yeah.
Alright, I guess I'll walk over. I hear him saying this. And I'm like,
This would move faster if I had less coins to count here.
yeah. Helios, can you understand? You can understand anything I say, right? Because of your feature? Cool.
I think he has to use a spell for. I don't remember if it's.
He does? Okay, never mind.
It's a spell, yeah.
Okay. Well, then I guess
You
I'll
will
say,
give me
you
for
know,
300 coins.
yeah, I mean, I'll just be like, yeah, bro, scamming you.
Yeah, if
The guy
we're
is
so
like,
poor-
so when you kind of imply this, he's like, listen, you're outsiders. Clearly, I can't trust that all of your gold is actually real. Some of it might be counterfeit. Okay, it's for
I'll give
security
you
reason
300,
that
you can count it.
we give outsiders a little bit of an extra price to make up for that. It's normal around here. Any shop will do it.
Any shop will do it? Okay, so if I go, like, leave and come back.
He shrugs.
You'll find a not racist shop.
Yeah, exactly. You said I can find these elsewhere around here, right?
He's like,
Yeah.
listen, a lot of these prices are set by the guild as well. We have a guild for stuff like this.
The
An
guild
item like
tax,
the
yes.
an item like the cloak you want there, those come and go pretty well, mostly go. A lot of those are made here, you know.
Yeah, so like they're made here locally in town. Like there's like you got a whole guild of people who make these cloaks,
He nods.
right? So
He's
Would
like
you like to
not
give
not
us
just the
300?
cloaks, but you know.
I do like a persuasion, then it's like, all right, well then you can sell me this for 300. I'll go somewhere else.
I mean, you can persuade him that he's going to lose business.
Holy shit!
Well,
I saw that eye roll. That works.
trying to think how. He's like, listen, I can give you the discount, of a little bit. 350 gold.
Fair.
That's
Fair
the type of thing I would give as an employee discount, or a discount to another guild member. That's as low as I can go for an
Well.
outsider again.
Into the guild. Haggled. We'll take it.
Yep.
If we're cool with taking 300 from the bank.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, okay, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Just
I would
I'll be
assume
less,
that we. I would
be
assume
less
that we
squishy
decided.
with it.
I would assume that we had decided before we went shopping. We all had like maybe like 2,000 out of the bank that we could play around with. Anything more than that, we would have to like meet up and discuss any major expenditure.
Yeah, no, I didn't mean like it's a bad idea. I just meant for some reason I was thinking he didn't have, or he had the gold on him already, and he was like using this instead of that. And I was like, hey, wait a minute, use your personal stash. But yeah, but I took 50 out of the
I had
bank.
67. So.
Yeah.
So 350 for that?
Or I took 300 out of the bank. That's my bad. And then you can pay 50.
Okay, so I have 17 left.
All right.
Fun.
So, hold on. So yeah, I'm gonna do kind of grumbles a little bit, but. So then, Duncan, what was your question next? The Ion Stones, yeah.
I mean, I can't attune to anything else. That was just for him.
Okay.
But if they have Ion Stones somehow and they work, I mean, there are a ton of them, so some of them could be useful.
They probably have one or two of the kind of cheaper, lower end Ion Stones, less powerful Ion Stones. But even then, they're like in a special protected case. They clearly are pretty valuable.
Hello? Okay, we're good. PC crashed.
Oh no, the PC crashed.
Well.
Rip.
Working on it.
Yeah, so there would be they would have like an Ion Stone of surprise, actually, or awareness it's called, but that basically prevents you from being surprised. But you kind of already have it.
Yeah, I already have that.
Yeah. They would maybe have like one of let's see. They should probably have an Ion Stone. A different shop probably has an Ion Stone of protection, similar to the cloak.
Yeah.
But it's these are a bit more expensive because it's literally a stone that floats around your head. You don't have to wear it or anything. Although you do still have to attune to it. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I've got a pearl of power, and I think I want to. I either can, like, remove attunement from Solomon's Shield, which will get rid of the ability it has, or I can get rid of my billhook. I don't know which one is more useful. Because I need to keep the belt and the amulet. And what's the other one? Oh, just any of them, either one.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
not
so
sure.
the thing with the shield is, you don't have to. You could still use it and get the benefit of, because I said it's a +2.
Yeah, you said it's a +2 shield.
Yeah, you would still get the benefit of the +2-ness of it without being attuned. You just lose that special ability it has.
Yep, which is why I'm thinking it might be worth it to do that,
Yeah.
and then keep the billhook, and then just sell the pearl of power. Actually, yeah. So let's see. Let's actually do that.
Okay, so you want to sell the Pearl of Power? You said? Wait.
Yeah, I want to see how much I can get for it here, and if it's not decent, then I'm probably just gonna like send a dwarf into the inner area and then have him get a better deal for it.
Okay, they out here they're gonna offer you 200 gold for it.
200 gold. Okay. I actually don't know how much it's supposed to cost.
Yeah, it would be. I mean, roll me an Arcana check. Let's see if you would know. Yeah, I'd say you know that is about like the selling price of those would be around like 400. So it's about half of the selling price.
Okay.
Or like the buying price for you. So getting half of the amount when you're selling to them, that's not terrible. It's not like they're trying to scam you with that price. It's just not great either. So
yeah. Okay. Yeah, no. Okay, then I'm gonna send. I'll send somebody further in and see if they can get a better price for it.
Okay.
And then other than that, I guess next I'll wait for other people to do what they need to do. But then I'm gonna head to an apothecary or a library, one of those.
Okay. Yeah. And I imagine for a lot of this, you guys are probably going together since Adau speaks Dwarvish, and I don't think any of the rest of you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or does Bree speak Dwarvish, Britsha? I don't remember.
No, I don't.
Okay, so yeah. So you probably are moving together, or like in an area where you can all reach each other if you need to. And yeah, so Bree also wanted to get better armor, right? What
so
armor?
my things would be trying to get better armor and also if potentially that vial.
Okay, yeah, you could definitely find the vial, and it'll just cost the base price of 400 gold. So that would just take 400. But you can find that totally in one of these like, apothecaries. The other question though is, so yeah, druids can actually wear medium armor as well as light armor. So you have some more options compared to Helios.
Okay.
What is your current armor that you're wearing?
Where would I see that?
It should be just in your items, yeah.
Because I have it here on, like, it says light armor, medium armor, shields.
No, in your items it should say. Oh, maybe you don't have any on, I don't know. It's possible.
Items. Leather armor.
Leather armor, okay. So right now you have leather armor. And what's your dexterity?
15.
Okay. So then, so your AC right now is 13?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you'd definitely be able to find some options here. You could probably find, you could definitely find like studded leather armor. You can even find +1 studded leather armor, which is what Helios has, and that would raise your AC from 13 up to 15. So that'd give you a +2 to your AC.
Ooh.
You could actually probably even find some breastplate. So breastplate, you actually roll me an investigation check, Britsha. Okay. You're actually even able to find some breastplate +1, enchanted breastplate armor, which, to put it in perspective, breastplate +1 would take your armor class all the way up to a 17.
Oh.
So that'd be a big increase and that would put you on par with, like, I think Talvo's around that level.
I'm at 18.
18. So it'd put you only one below Talvo, and Talvo is like a martial character, so. For a spellcaster, 17 is like pretty good AC.
Yeah.
So yeah, so this would be kind of like maybe honestly, you're probably like, again, your group is probably on this like one plaza where there's a lot of these shops, and so you like walk into this shop, you see this breastplate armor here, right? Like fairly chunky armor, but it's something that you could wear, and the shopkeeper comes over, and in like some broken common, it's a dwarf. He's like, "You want the breastplate armor? I see you looking at it. It's enchanted, I'll have you know."
It looks good. How much is it?
Yeah, so he hold on, I actually gotta look, because normal breastplate armor would be 400 gold. This is enchanted. So hold on. Yeah. He's like, it's gonna cost you 5,000 gold.
Man. Pretty expensive.
Hey, that's what it goes for around here.
Do we even have that much money?
Sorry, what was the number?
5,000 gold.
Yeah, this guy's a fucking hack. I'm gonna say that in Dwarven with him in the room. It's not worth that much.
Yeah, I mean,
+1.
Yeah, I'll just let you know. Yeah, Duncan, you would know that it's at least 1,000 gold overpriced. Like, +1 armor can be pretty pricey, but not that much. So
yeah, we do have that much. Like, we could easily afford that. Look at the guy, but I'm not. It's an insult. Um,
The guy is like, I'll have you know, this armor has a fabled history to it, okay?
yeah, I don't give a shit if your granddad
Wait.
died in that armor.
My granddad did die in that armor, I'll have you know.
Oh,
It
we
wasn't
may,
very good armor, was it? Must not be very good when he died.
Well, the armor survived and he did it, okay?
All right, fair enough. Got me there. It's not worth 4,000 gold. It's not happening. We can find something, Bree. We can find something easily cheaper and most likely better if we send like, not Riley. Who's we don't actually. The Theo left. We killed him, I think. So one of the new members of our war band into the inner keep, I guess, or inner market area.
Okay.
Yeah, surely one of our new slave friends is probably from here.
There are actually a couple from here, so. But yeah, so you're like basically like tell this guy to fuck off, and he's like, be gone then. Like he's just annoyed that you called him out on his grift. But as you're kind of walking out of the store, the two of you, maybe those are there too, then you hear this guy is like, hey you. And he's kind of leaning up against the wall nearby. It's a dwarf.
This is the guy I was gonna be looking for. I was gonna see if I can find a fence or a black market or something.
Talvo, the last time we did this, we got bit by rats.
So the guy looks at
Brian
so
got a cool tail out of it.
you guys look over. You
True.
see this. This dwarf. He doesn't really look like a merchant. If anything, he looks like a student. He's like wearing like robes. He's got some spectacles on, and he's like, hey, you guys. Hey, I heard you in there. You're looking for armor, right?
Yeah.
I'll give you what you're looking for. I got the same thing he has, same quality and everything. 1,000 gold.
Who'd you take it from?
Hey, listen. I am an aspiring enchanter, right? I'm in training right now, but if the guild doesn't find out about a little work on the side, it helps me get some practice enchanting things. And I tell you what, I have just as much experience as the guys who made that one in there.
I'm game.
I'm gonna hit this guy with an insight check.
Yeah,
man.
sure. Yeah, he's definitely being shady, but like, yeah, give me an insight.
Sounds like he's got reason to be. Yes. Well, do you have advantage on insight check? I mean, 21's still like, yo.
Merchants insight. I have advantage on all insight checks.
For merchants, yeah, specifically in the context of negotiations, which this is,
No,
right?
It's literally.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's
I couldn't
literally
remember.
all insight checks.
Nice.
Oh shit, yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right, because we replaced it with I forgot we
It's
replaced
There's
the
no wiggle room.
yeah we replaced the other background. I think it was the background had a different check, but we just decided to change to that one, so that works. Yeah. All right, so the guy is he definitely seems like he's shady. It seems like what I will say, okay, it seems like he isn't just running a complete scam. In other words, like it seems like he is an actual apprentice of enchanting and actually does have an enchanted product. Where it does kind of where it is a little iffy for you, Talvo, is like you're like, he doesn't seem like he's actually even confident in his own abilities.
Well, obviously we can are we allowed to look at it first before gold changes hands here?
He's like, oh yeah, sure, yeah. We just gotta go back to my place, and then it's in this district. It's over near the wall, but yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't see any reason to not go with him and hit this thing with a bat and identify and see what's any good.
Yeah, I agree.
Sure, yeah. I say you could kind of head with him. He kind of like takes you through some of the back roads. There are at one point there's a couple guards, and he kind of slinks into an alleyway. He's like, "Hey, come here, yeah." And yeah, Helios, you should be able to drag it from the compendium, by the way, straight into your inventory.
Yeah, there is one cloak of protection.
It'd be a +1, cloak of
Okay.
protection.
I know how to name.
Mm-hmm. So, anyways, Yeah, so but it takes just a few minutes. He takes you to his house, which is like a little. Basically, he has rented out the top floor of like a 2-story like townhome, basically. And he takes you up like a staircase that goes up the side of the building. Actually, it does have like a little alley there, and he's like, yeah, come on in. And it's actually a decently well furnished little like basically maybe like 2-bedroom apartment essentially. The thing is, the like living room and kitchen area is just completely filled with junk. Not junk as in like he's a hoarder, but like vials and tubes and all these like alchemy things, and then like an enchanting table is here with like runes written all over it. Like it is just a complete mess of stuff that you would expect an enchanter to have, just in not the amount of space you would expect them to have.
College.
Yeah. So he's got all this stuff here, and you do see like lying on a table. Now, not really in like on an armor stand or anything. There is a set of breastplate armor, and it becomes clear. Actually, you've seen like 10 different sets of breastplate armor that look exactly like it on the armor stands outside the blacksmiths in town. So it's clear that he basically just bought wholesale a set of armor and then enchanted it. It wasn't specifically. A lot of times the enchanted armor will be specifically made to the specifications of the enchanter, right? This is just armor that he slapped the enchantment in on top of. Because, well, as it kind of seems, right, he would have had to go through the guilds and get approval to actually get specially made, base armor.
Well, Helios, you can identify this, right?
I was gonna say I can just use identify on it.
Okay.
Make sure it's like, good. I mean, we had to sit here awkwardly for a minute, but
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you take a minute, and the guy is like kind of pacing nervously. And then as soon as you're done, like
one gold coin and be like, here, identify.
as soon as you're done saying that, then he's like, it's good, right? Yeah, it's good. And you, meanwhile, kind of are like getting, you're like feeling it out and just sensing. And what you sense is that it is actually +1 breastplate armor. He wasn't lying. It is +1 breastplate armor. However, something with his spell that he did, he fucked it up somewhere. You're not sure exactly where, but he fucked up something about it. And there's like this weird magical like side effect that he is accidentally imbued on it, which essentially means that there's a certain part of the armor that has been weakened by it, to the point where the magic in that area will actually draw in an attack to the weakened spot. And in game terms, what this means is that if you wear this armor and then you take a critical hit, the dice are tripled instead of doubled.
Probably shouldn't.
So in other words, it makes crits against you worse. But hey, just don't get crit and it'll be fine,
You almost got it, bud. Like, if you want to try again.
He's like, what? What do you mean it's perfect? There's no impurities or anything.
Hey, wait, hold on.
Show him.
This could work out. You can have my breastplate +1 that I'm wearing, and I'll use this one in conjunction with Solomon's shield, which nullifies a critical hit. So it's kind of it's like not really good, but it could work.
So yeah, and so you'd be discussing this, being like, "Oh, that's fine. My armor, I can take the hits and make sure it doesn't hit that spot." And the guy's like, "What do you mean the spot? There's no spot. It's fine. There's no."
It's a good first attempt. It was a good first attempt, but unfortunately, you'll need to work on your enunciation when you're doing the enchantment spell, because I want to give it a little, like, I want to wave my weapon above the armor and like just hit and just see what happens, because I understand.
Yeah, the magic, like almost like a magnet, draws your armor, and it's like right in the armor. It's right where like the gut is. It's not a place you want to get stabbed, and you as you hold your magic weapon, it goes like and almost gets like drawn to that spot. And he's like, I mean, I never had that in testing. You added that, didn't you?
Yes, that we just added that to scam you. Yeah, that's why we're buying it off of you anyway.
He realizes that excuse is not going to fly, and he's like, fine, I'll knock $250 off the cost. $750. That barely covers the supplies I used, but
It's up to you, Bree. This was for you.
Well, so what we're gonna do? You're gonna give me yours, and then you use that one, then.
That's if you want to do this instead of just going with something that's like maybe slightly worse, but we can just replace it later and sell off the other armor.
Is yours pretty much the same as this one? Just
it's exactly the same without the defect. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that seemed well. Then it'd be. Well, I'd be happy with that, but would you be okay with using that?
I think if I've got the shield, then we'll probably be good. Because I can choose when to use the ability, and I don't need to use it necessarily on like a little ado with a kitchen fork stabbing me.
Yeah.
But so I think that could work. We could do that.
Okay, then that sounds good then. It's a good price.
However, okay, yeah. I mean, if this, I guess a normal one's 400 gold. Enchanting supplies could definitely be 350. So he probably wasn't lying about that. So I guess we can take it for 750.
Yeah, like this armor again at a good price, it's still gonna probably cost you 2,000 normally. So you're getting it at 750 with the defect, mind you, but still, that's actually a good price.
Accidentally get stabbed. It's worth.
Yeah. So it seems like he's more just embarrassed, and that's why he lowered the price further, if anything. So he's like. He's like, okay, listen, I know that, I appreciate you buying that even with the defect, but I promise you, that was a while ago. My skills have gotten better. I also have, in Emotions Over where there's a table, there's actually like 4 or 5 potions of different hues of color. He's like, I tell you what, these potions I have, I heard you guys, I apologize, but I did overhear you talking about how you were going to hit up the alchemy shops. I also dabble in a bit of that myself too.
We've got a court wizard in the making.
All right, potion seller, show me your strongest potion.
He's okay. Well, this one here is a popular one, especially because, well, sometimes you want to impress the ladies. Oh boy! And he picks up this one potion. He's like, this one makes you bigger, if you know what I mean.
I'll take it.
And he's like no, okay. He's like I'm kidding. It doesn't make you bigger in that way. It makes your entire body bigger. Basically, in game terms, it's a potion of enlarge. It gives you the effect of the enlarge spell, where you grow a whole size larger. So if you're a medium-sized creature, you become a large-sized creature. For in potion form, well, he would tell you actually. He'd be like, unlike the spell that does a similar thing. I put that up in this bottle, and now, instead of just lasting a few minutes, it'll last a couple hours.
How much is it?
If it's longer than 4, talk to Dirty Dog.
I feel like Riley would love this thing.
Riley would go that dude.
Well, I actually gotta
Ant-Man,
find.
Rat.
We should definitely taste them and see if they do what they actually do what he says.
So he'd be like, you guys would know that. This is actually a somewhat decently common potion in terms of combat shops and combat magics. You would know that this potion would normally cost maybe 200 goldish. He's like, oh, I'll give it to you for 50. Yeah,
we should definitely taste it.
You're not gonna find a single shop that beats that price.
If we taste it, we're gonna break it.
I was only gonna buy it as a joke to slip into Ridley's drink, but I mean, if you guys actually want it.
Yeah, you could take a little tiny swig and try to detect if there's anything else going on.
Identify from that.
Yeah.
Well, you don't need to cast identify. It's just a property of potions.
But roll me a Arcana check. Whoever's going to do that then.
Who's the highest one?
Bruh.
Yeah, I mean it seems fine. If there are any impurities, it's probably pretty slight,
How do you literally have
on a 5?
Arcana? You're a fucking cleric.
It's
not a wizard.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not wisdom.
Arcana is intelligence based, not
What are
wisdom
the
based.
other ones?
I have 2 Arcana. I should be.
Well, that's because you're a rogue. Rogues are intelligent. Yeah.
You're 4.
Yeah, I'm a fucking moron. I mean, it's 50 gold. That's nothing to us. You can buy it and just see, just use it.
We're gonna buy all of them and just fuck around.
Don't even. Honestly, just how much would all of them be if we were to just buy them without even knowing what they are?
He's like, you know what? He's got 5 of them. He's like, I'll give you 50 for each. How about that?
Fuck it. You want to buy all the potions?
Hey.
Okay. So yeah, 250 gold for all of them then. And so yeah, so potion of growth is what this one is. Potion of there would be a potion of which one would that one be? One of them would be a potion of animal friendship. Potion of animal friendship. There would be a potion of gaseous form. Potion of gaseous form, which lets you turn into like a cloud of gas and then move around in that form. And then there would be there are two more. There'd be a potion of hill giant strength. So potion of hill giant strength. So that would let you become strong for a while. And then there would just be actually a greater potion of healing as well.
Okay, keep that one. So you can be a giant gaseous giant.
Just a really strong part, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, alright, I suppose I'll go and we can, I'll take all of them, right? Is that okay with it? We're gonna do that?
Yeah, you can always like toss them to each other in combat.
Cool.
Yeah.
Could we buy the animal friendship one and then resell it for a higher price? Because
We honestly could probably do that with all of them.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
after
I
this,
already-
yeah, this is
I'm good at
basically all
making
this guy
friends around.
has. But at this point, you're going to go to like the other alchemy shops as well. Then I'm assuming, right? So
Could I use the potion of animal friendship to tame one of the wyverns and ride it into battle?
they are animals again, so no.
Oh god damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember we tried that with like talking to them and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to talk to them.
So, okay, Bree, I'm gonna ask that you, because I'm giving you my breastplate and I'm gonna take the defective one, I'm gonna ask that you pay for that yourself. If
Well, I have
that works.
1,000 on me, and then do I get any money from the our collective fund?
I mean, yeah, I guess we could split it up. But because I'm getting, we're getting a disadvantage type deal here, and you're
Yeah.
getting the pristine one.
I'm happy to pay for it. It's just I want to make sure I have enough money to buy the vial because I want to be able to summon elementals.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
vial-
well then, yeah, here.
If
Yeah,
you
I
buy
already
this,
took the,
if she buys this, we'll fund the vial. The vial.
yeah, I already funded the vial. I already
Vial's
took
only
that out.
400, so you would already have gotten that probably.
Yeah, I already
sure.
took that out. So we bought that for you.
Oh, so I already have it then.
Yeah, you already have
Yeah.
it, so you're good.
Oh, okay.
And I want to pay for the potions too, so I'll just take out 25 platinum and hand them to him.
Okay, sure. And yeah, the guy's like, "Oh, thank you guys so much. This is gonna help me buy textbooks for next semester and everything." Oh man.
Bro, they don't
Yeah,
give you
yeah,
textbooks? Wow, cringe.
Get ready, buddy. Brick future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Wait,
yeah,
okay.
do I get rid of any of my money, or is that where'd that come from? The
The bank.
750.
Oh, the 750 is gonna come from you, but the 400 and the
Okay.
25 platinum came from us.
yeah. So
What's the
okay,
25
What's his
platinum?
name? The guy who wanted me.
25 platinum was for the potions, for all the potions, but that came from the
Okay.
the bank.
So what, now I have 250 gold.
Yeah, you should have 250. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright, so but yeah, so this guy seems very appreciative actually, yeah.
What's his name?
Yeah.
Shit, hold on, let me get a name for you.
Should we give him a gold star?
I
Yeah,
would
give him a
kinda-
gold star.
His name is Bilyar.
Inspire him to be better.
Is what?
Bilyar.
Gilliar.
Bilyar.
Bilyar, yeah.
I like to motivate
Cool spelling.
young and upcoming students. I want you to take this.
Yeah, his name is he's like Bill for short, you know.
Bill.
So I
Yeah.
hand him a gold star.
He's
Keep
like
up the good work. You'll get there one day, buddy.
he's like thanks, I guess.
If you don't want it, I'll fucking take it back, asshole. We just gave you 1,000 fucking gold. You really gonna?
He's like, oh no, it's fine, it's fine, it's
You
fine.
get repeat customers to act like this?
It's fine, it's fine. Alright, so yeah, you guys head out. And he's like, he's just you know, good luck and be careful with all that stuff. And then he closes the door.
With your stuff? Okay. Well, we
Yeah.
saved money.
We did.
You shot me.
Hey, you know what? And if we find somebody really who isn't very good at magic but who needs armor, we can profit off of this stuff. So
Jesus.
we'll see.
So yeah.
So we gonna do apothecaries and stuff next, or libraries, or should we go looking for silver powder or whatever?
Yes.
You're probably
There-
gonna want
I think-
something,
I would say Rock Heel or like the other dwarves you have, they'll get the silver powder. You guys don't need to do that.
Okay.
I would say
I want to hand off the pearl for them to sell as well.
Yeah, okay. Actually, the pearl will probably cover the cost of all the silver stuff. That'll probably about break even.
Oh.
So,
All right, cool.
yeah. So they'll do the work of actually sourcing the silver powder, because getting a lot of silver powder would be a lot less suspicious if some dwarves do it rather than you guys, right? So they'll handle that, and the pearl will actually cover that cost, because it was probably going to cost a couple hundred gold for all the stuff they're getting. So they'll do that. That'll cover that. But
How do I add items?
so if you're in the compendium at the top right, you should be able to open the compendium and then drag search the item and then drag it into your inventory.
It's the
What would I do about the vial, since that's not...
Oh yeah,
Or
don't worry
would I
about that. Yeah, that's fine. You don't need to mark
We know
that.
you have it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. As far as we're concerned, you just have it on you now. So
Right, add the chest plate then.
the breastplate +1. So if you look up breastplate +1, you should find that and then drag it in.
Oh, okay.
So
And
then
what, should I get rid of? Should I
yeah.
get rid of the leather armor?
Yeah, you can
Oh,
just
sort of warning. Warning: AC is not incorrect. Unequipped extra armor or shield.
yeah you
Oh
can
yeah,
just
So
take off your old armor.
yeah if you take off the old armor, it should.
50 armor is like a.
Yeah, let me check to make sure that you're good though.
Gold.
Yeah, your armor class is showing as 17, so yeah, you're good. So,
okay. Thank you.
yep. And so then you guys would head back to where the apothecary stuff is. As you're going though, you're kind of you meet up again on the major road, and this guy's house was again close to. I didn't specify which wall it was close to. It's close to the inner wall, so you're actually you get a good glance into through the gate of the inner wall into the dwarven district, and everything in there is very much clearly richer than this area. A lot there is gold covered decorations on a lot of things and stuff. This part of the city is also pretty nice looking. It's a big metropolis, but there are a lot of more slums and kind of that stuff like that here. But as you're kind of meeting up with the main road that kind of bisects the city, and you're right near the gate, you actually see right at the entrance on this side, so the side that you guys can be in, there is actually a massive tavern there. And it is clearly a very popular one. It seems basically this is just the most prestigious tavern in the city, at least in the outer part of the city. It seems the one that you guys had already rented a room at is way closer to the outer gate, and that one is one where there's mostly humans and elves and travelers and stuff. This one is clearly mostly dwarves that come here. It's clearly a place where dwarves of both the inner district and the outer district congregate, and it's just a very big popular one. You see a couple other non-dwarves, but 95% of the clientele, dwarves. And you can actually hear the sound of dwarven music coming from inside.
Do you know any dwarven classics, Helios?
Can I pick one up? I don't know.
Can you sight read?
You probably know a couple.
I can read.
You probably know a couple basic dwarven shanties, songs that will that'll work, right? So.
Okay, well, as long as they perform there, we can stay there.
Okay, so yeah, you already have some lodging that you got for cheap. That I'm not going to worry about the cost for, but you could. This place looks like it is nice, like a luxurious tavern.
I
I
say
think
we
we
go
go
for
in here and make some connections.
Yeah,
we
I got-
do a little networking, if you would.
I got an idea. Yeah, let's go in here.
No.
Those
Okay.
panache is our way into the inner sanctum.
So you go in here, you walk in, and yeah, this is a massive like mead hall tavern. There's like a little staircase in the back where they clearly have an inn part as well. Actually, probably a good bit, quite a few nice rooms, because there's a constant stream or like a trickle of people coming up and down the stairs and stuff. There's actually also in this place a like big like balcony on either side too, with big like these big fancy stone staircases like curling up to the balcony where there's more tables and people drinking. There's actually several hundred people in here. It is like a big party venue, clearly. And there is a dwarven like band basically playing a song up here at the front. And you guys walk in and kind of maybe grab some drinks just to start and watch what's going on, get a feel for everything. There are all sorts of people in here. Again, there are a few non-dwarves, mainly some very rich merchants, clearly. But mostly it's dwarves, and mostly pretty well-off dwarves, too. The bartender, when you come up to get drinks, he's like, in some... actually, he would only speak in dwarvish. And luckily you have Adau. But he's like, what can I get for you all?
What do you guys want?
Hit me with the Dwarven Fire whiskey. Let me try that Constitution roll again.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're going for it. We have to.
We're going for it.
I'll take a whole round. Let's go.
What does Bree want? Does Bree want the Dwarven Fire whiskey as well?
Bree wants the Dwarven Fire.
Maybe a glass of milk for
I'll have some tap water.
Okay. Yeah, the guy.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm gonna relay this as all of them want Dwarven Fire whiskey. None of them want chasers because we're not bitches. And
he's like,
and then,
well, you're not dwarves, but at least you've got guts. And then he'll turn around, grab a jug, and just start pouring little glasses of Dwarven Fire whiskey for each of you.
all right.
So Bree doesn't even want it, but there's a glass in front of you.
Give it to someone else.
No, Bree, you don't understand. We have to do this. First, if we don't do this, they're gonna kick us out. He said that. You didn't understand it, but that's what he said.
Honestly, Duncan, the vibe you get is that they wouldn't kick you out, but they would definitely judge if you order something and then don't drink it, right? Especially if it's Dwarven Fire whiskey, the classic drink here.
Yeah, right?
It's a little messed up that Adau is trying to get the only girl in the party a little drunk.
I'm trying to get all of you to drink. Shut the fuck up.
We're already in.
She didn't want to drink, and now you're trying to get her a little tilted. This is a little...
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna pour a coffee my beautiful little flower girl. Shut the fuck up.
Britsha, you could try to slip it to your rats if you want, like you said.
Yeah, I will.
I mean, honestly, rats have like insanely powerful livers. They're probably able to handle it.
Yeah, they don't give a shit. All right, well, while you do that, I don't care. I'm down in it.
Okay, everyone
Cheers,
chugs.
lads.
Bree goes like pretends to chug, but then puts it up next to like her neck, and the rat goes. The lazier one does it. The fat one. He's like. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Was that one Funkus? I don't remember.
That one's Funkus.
Yeah, Funkus is like.
Funkus.
Okay.
They don't even sell water in dwarven bars.
So
only alcohol.
Probably not actually, but yeah. So anyways,
Turn the wine into water.
So let's see if the rat can. Everyone roll your Constitution saves. Oh, nice. That's for the rat. The rat rolled a 20. The rat. You hear Bree. He's kind of like hiding in your cloak somewhere, right? And he just popped out to get that. But then from inside your cloak, Bree, you hear a little burp. He's clearly fine. Is Bree also gonna drink some, or is that? Because
You drink a little bit.
Okay,
She'll
just to try
a
it.
little bit, but she doesn't like it.
Yeah, actually, like the taste is very, very strong, and like again, it's like Fireball whiskey, except like 10 times stronger. So it's very like hot and powerful. But honestly, you're able to handle it, Bree. You might not like it, but you can actually handle it. Helios, you will go like barely manage to keep it in, and then you're like.
I learned.
And you take it down. TSM and Adau, this one hits differently than the ones that you've had in the past. You immediately start retching.
OG.
You immediately start retching and go and like actually vomit. a little bit. And the bartender's like, I should have known. Oh, come on! And he calls over a barmaid. And the barmaid comes over, kind of shakes her head, her magnificent beard kind of shaking back and forth as she's disappointed in you guys.
Your tip for the cleanup after y'all.
Where was the inn where we had this last?
I think it was in Kurbach City.
Kurbach City.
It was
Yeah.
where we met those dwarves, yeah.
Yeah.
They make this shit different.
But yeah, so and this does draw some attention from dwarves in the area who kind of laugh at you guys. Definitely laughing more at you, not with you.
Yeah.
But at this point, enough time has passed that the dwarven group on stage finishes their last encore, and there's a huge round of cheers and applause. And one of the barmaids goes up and says, "Well, this is now going to be the start of open mic night." Now, she wouldn't say that, but she would say basically, like, if any performers wish to come try their hand.
All right, here we go.
Okay, so Helios is gonna.
Like the full sound of the stage.
The what? Sorry.
Just down the fire whiskey. Let's just go up onto the stage.
Oh, yeah, Helios is like, "Phew." He's like, okay, and then he goes up on stage.
You feel guided. I'll
Okay.
pat you on the back as you walk up there.
Yeah, so you get an extra D4.
You're gonna perform really well.
So yeah.
1d4 better.
Oh!
Okay. All right.
Okay. And you can
don't
also
even need the d4.
you can also roll the D4 anyways though to see if it goes up to 30 maybe. Let's see. Okay,
30.
exactly
Nice.
30. So you go up there, and you start to play. You play a basic dwarven like song that you know. And at first, like, people are like, "Oh, what is this Boarman gonna do?" Like Adau, since you're the one who speaks Dwarvish, you hear the dwarves saying like, "Ah, fuck this
Mr.
Boarman."
Side again. God damn it.
A lot of it, a lot of the dwarves are like, you can tell a lot of the dwarves are actually offended that this Boarman would come into their tavern and play one of their songs. But that's at first. As he starts going, the dwarves start to actually get into it. They're like, a couple of them start singing along with the words, and Helios is like, Helios would be singing like this basic version of the song. He doesn't like this is one of those songs that has like regional variations, right? And so Helios is kind of singing the general one, but the dwarves start to sing along, and more of them start banging their tankards on the tables as they are singing along, and start cheering. And after a couple verses, they are cheering, and like they're a lot of them are actually throwing like gold at Helios because they're just being very generous, actually, because they're very surprised that they are even into it.
And they're drunk.
And it's honestly, it's just a novelty for them that they actually have someone doing such a good job of getting them in the dwarven mood. So much so that Helios, you actually realize that like it's almost like it's less of you playing to them, but now they are almost like it's a back and forth. You are feeding into them, and they're feeding into your music with their singing.
Walk around the crowd as I'm going.
Yeah, and they even start singing. So they sing and sing along with you until when you actually kind of reach the end of the song, they keep going, and you're like, oh shit! And then you picking up the cue. You're a master performer. You keep playing with them. At this point, you don't know what they're singing, so you can't sing along. But you give them the best accompaniment they've ever had, probably, and they keep singing with. They're kind of like clearly singing add-on verses to this, right? The chorus is the same every time. It's like it's kind of like a warrior song. It's like we march to battle, etc., etc. But then they add another verse on. But and Helios, yeah, you're really just playing along, and they're singing another verse. You don't recognize the words. You don't know what they mean. Adau, you do know what they mean. This verse that they're adding on is saying. Then, like, basically it's talking, the past verses were talking about past wars and stuff, and different conflicts. This next verse, they basically say, we march to the Boarmen, gut them, kill them, string them up. And they start singing this with a lot of them laughing, clearly because of the irony of Helios not realizing he's accompanying this music. they're still having a good time, but there is this vibe now where they're like kind of mocking Helios almost. And they finish a whole nother verse like this, go back into the chorus, do that. They keep going, and now they say, and then the dragon elves got them, kill them, string them up. And they just start going on, and a couple more verses like this, where they just basically say halflings, humans. They start basically saying everyone that they're going to gut and kill and string up.
Christ, it's a bunch of drunk racist
Dude,
dwarves.
these are fucking.
And-
I know why there are no orcs here anymore. The dwarves are the orcs.
And so at the end of this, though, they go through a few more verses like this. Helios just playing along, has no idea that he's actually kind of helping this kind of genocidal chant. But at the end, you do such a good job of accompanying that. When you reach the end, they finally hit one last chorus and just start going, ah, just cheering and cheering. A few of them just throw like platinum pieces even at you, and the stage is covered in coins. And yeah, you could gather all that up. Yeah, you gather all that up. Go back to the group. Does Adau let him know, or let the others know, or is he just gonna keep that one to himself?
I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep that one to myself.
You're just like, good job,
It was a
buddy.
really good performance, man. You wouldn't. The words, they were so moving and powerful, so inspiring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, so there's a lot of dwarves.
So, hey.
So yeah, so the dwarves definitely had fun, but maybe yeah, Adau was like, yeah, let's leave out the genocide part. But yeah, so all in all, Helios, you're gonna get 100 gold,
Ooh.
and then which is like doesn't sound like a lot, but that's a shit ton for just one day of performing.
Yeah.
And you're gonna get
This
10
world.
platinum, which is another 100 gold worth of platinum. So.
Use more often.
Yeah. So, yeah, there you go. and I would say that the bartender is like, I haven't seen a performance like that in ages. You could take a room on the house, and yeah, he'll give you a luxury suite on the house. So.
You're welcome.
Man, yeah.
You take another shot at that fire whiskey? We're good.
You could say you're sitting at the bar and putting bread in your jar. It's
Yeah.
just kind of wacky.
Man, what are you doing here?
Yeah. But anyways, so oh yeah, the name of the tavern, the name of the tavern, by the way, is the Bearded Maiden. So.
Isn't that all maidens?
Yeah,
Instead of
well,
saying
that's
the
like
girl.
all ideal maidens for dwarves.
Ah,
at least,
true.
yeah.
That's true. I guess
So-
Bree doesn't have a beard, does she?
No, probably
You
not.
made your
Yeah.
But yeah.
illusion on me.
So the rest of the night goes on. A couple but the dwarves aren't gonna bother you. They had their fun at your expense. They're not gonna bother you though. And
Hold
yeah.
on.
Can we see if we spot it? Oh, go ahead.
The reason I came in here is I wanted to do some gambling.
Okay, there's definitely gambling going on here too.
Yeah, let me find some low lives.
I want to case the place. I want to see which dwarves are who's who in this establishment.
Okay, yeah. So you spend the rest of the night kind of like schmoozing. Okay, in that case, roll me an insight check, Duncan, and TSM. You would definitely be able to find gambling, no problem. The question
I joined the
is,
gambling.
I'm looking for the
I'm in.
sketchiest looking game they got in this place.
okay.
I'll join him. Fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
I can do that as part of my insight.
Okay.
I'll do a little gambling.
Sure, yeah, you guys can all join in some gambling. We'll get to that insight in a bit, Adau. But
He's gonna think about 20.
are you? What is the? So you're trying to find the shadiest, like sketchiest game you can. There is one kind of like, again, this place is big. It has almost like these little like it has a lot of these like tables with like benches surrounding them where people do this sort of thing. And there's one over in the corner that even the barmaids are only going over there when someone calls out for a drink. They're kind of left alone, and you can tell why. It's because several of the dwarves at this table are like fiddling with knives and stuff, glaring daggers at each other the whole time.
Oh, those are my people.
The novice adventurers table.
And so you guys can all walk over here, and there's actually a few spots where as you're going over there, one of the guys stands up, is like, "Fuck you guys, you're a cheat, you're a dirty cheat." And he's like pointing at one of the others, and the guy's like, "Hey, you got any fucking proof?" And he holds up his dagger, like, "You want to go, bud?" And so the one guy who was yelling, calling him a cheat, a couple of his buddies come over, like, "Come on, guys, let's get out of here!" And they literally have to drag him out of the tavern. It just doesn't even cause a dent in the atmosphere. It's just this place is too busy. But you guys notice this, and there's a couple spots. There's a few spots open now. So
Yeah, deals in.
Yeah, I would sit down, pop
What are
the
they
gold on the
playing?
table. And be like,
it would basically be like poker, essentially. Yeah,
Okay.
some fantasy equivalent of poker.
God, I fucking suck at poker.
So the question is, well, here's the thing: do any of you have proficiency in like cards or whatever, or any? Let's see.
I think. What's my background? I don't know where my background.
So this would be on the left side, like under special proficiencies. So like, let's see. So Talvo, I'm looking, has
No.
thieves tools, but no game sets.
Yeah, I got thieves tools as well, but no.
Okay.
And I can disguise the cards. Whoa. Yeah, no.
Bree has
It's like a
a
loot
herbalism
card.
kit.
Do the
No.
cards count as maps?
No.
Draw
So
back on it and then it counts.
oh yeah. So no. So the so in that case, what we'll do is that this is going to be a. I'll let you choose between a few skills. Or not skills. So the way this is going to be, unless you want to, we'll kind of.
Yeah, cool. Persuasion.
We're not going to play a whole game of poker, but what we'll do is we're going to boil this down to some rolls, and then depending on the results, you can do other things to add or, kind of switch how things are going. So the thing is, how much gold are you putting in? That's the question, each of you.
How many chips are on the table? Like how many pieces? What's going on?
It seems
with
like
that?
the average amount is like it seems like most of them are in for about 10 gold each, and there's maybe like 10 of them, so like 100 gold is in the pool right now.
Okay.
Although a few of these guys do seem.
Platinum.
A few of these guys seem like they probably have a lot more they
So
could put out
more in.
because a couple of them literally have like bodyguards standing by. Like they're like, if you had to guess, especially Talvo, just look at these guys. A couple of these guys are probably like minor crime lords who have a decent
Oh yeah,
amount of
I'm
change.
slapping 50 gold down.
Okay.
I'm putting down just like a shit ton of silver.
Okay.
Platinum.
I do 50 gold as well.
Okay. So once one of you raises to 50 gold, they are all gonna. A couple of them actually tap out. So we'll say it's down to like 7 of them now, but 7 of them will kind of like all nod and like just. Some of them with some grumbling, but they'll put in the gold. So there's now 350 gold from each of them, plus 50 from each of you. So 50 gold from each of you, which would be 200. So there's 550 gold in the pool. And that's a lot. That is a lot. This gets some attention. Some people that were walking by and stuff, wandering around, they start to kind of like peer in, look over the table. So to represent the first couple like rounds, I'll let you choose one of 3 ability checks. It's not going to be a skill. It's just going to be the raw ability check. This is where if you were proficient with a gaming dice set or whatever, or a card, if you had game proficiencies, this might apply. But since none of you do, it will either be, and you can choose, a base intelligence check, a base wisdom check, or a base charisma check. The idea being, if you do base charisma, you're using your bluffing skills to your advantage. The idea being, if you use base wisdom, you're using your insight to call bluffs. And if you're using intelligence, you're just playing smart and thinking strategically. So, feel free to make your rolls, each of you.
Oh, it's charisma hard.
Motherfuck!
Well, so it wouldn't be.
It's a saving throw.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the save. It would
what?
be charisma check.
Oh, wait, you gotta click on this thing. My
Oh,
bad.
the little one? Where do I click?
Doesn't
Yeah.
fucking matter.
Like it matters. Is that
Yeah.
hard?
Oh wait, what do you have the +2 from?
The bow thing or whatever.
Oh, the bow. Wait, well, no, that should be.
That's only if you're using the instrument.
Wait,
Right.
hold on. Let me look.
Can I
Does that? I just gotta
Use
think.
my instrument on the performance.
Because what is your charisma right now?
4. Oh, so would it just be 23 then? Or how
Yeah,
would that
the
work?
+2 is so. Yeah.
I'll
let me-
reroll if it's broken, but
No, it's good. It's good. We just had to subtract 2, so it'd be 23, which is still a lot.
oh no, only 23.
Yeah. So and then Britsha, what is it? What are you going to use? Intelligence or wisdom or
Wisdom.
charisma? Okay, wisdom makes sense. Okay.
Like, you click on the number
Yep.
on the side. Oh,
Yeah, you
shit.
did it. You did it right.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll take the 11. So okay, so Talvo rolled a 6. Bree rolled an 11. The way this is gonna work basically is you again. We're gonna say that the okay, yeah. So the way this will work is that you'll either get back or lose a certain amount of the money you put in for each set of rounds that this represents, right? So, Talvo, unfortunately, it's just the dwarves, man. They react differently to your bluffs than normal. Talvo's used to playing with humans and maybe some elves, but the dwarves, man, they just do not seem to care about the normal bluffs you're doing. So you actually lose 25 out of your starting gold in this set of rounds. Let's see. Helios and Adau. Okay, so Bree, with an 11, you pretty much break even. Bree gets decently lucky, but also isn't able to read any bluffs, so can't really do anything more than that. You break even, Bree. You basically get your 50 gold back and nothing else for this set of rounds. Helios and Adau, on the other hand, you guys both, Helios is used to kind of the gruffness of Boarman, and it kind of translates well to dwarves as well. So Helios is able to give them some bluffs. Helios realizes, unlike Talvo, that it's not as good to be flamboyant. It's good to just be it's good to be solid and strong, and use few words. And so Helios realizes that it's more of a body language with dwarves.
See word do trick.
Yeah. And Adau, on the other hand, is he speaks Dwarvish for one, and so he has a bit of an advantage there. Is able to kind of read expressions and kind of signs and like little whispers. And you guys both are going to double your amount. So you go from 50 to 100.
Okay, so I put in a platinum, so how would that work? Or do you just want to say I put in 50 gold to keep it simple?
Well, yeah, you would have had to put in 50 because it basically you had to match.
Oh, well, I know how to play poker. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna... Yeah.
But that means you now have 100 instead of 50, so.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to go in for another one? So overall, you guys did all right, and the dwarves, a couple of them grumble. One of them was like, "I'm not playing another round like this, not with high stakes." Whereas a couple of the dwarves are like, they're looking at you like they want their money back. They lost out and they want it back.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm going back in because the whole idea is I'm trying to like build a little rapport here. I'm trying to find like maybe a fence or something. Maybe I can get
alright.
something a little sneaky on the cheap.
Who are the high rollers here?
There's a couple of these dwarves that clearly look like, again, they're probably like minor crime lords, if you had to guess. Totally legitimate businessmen, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course. So yeah, I'll just put everything that I put in 100 gold worth of silver, right?
Yeah.
So no, 50 gold worth of silver. So I'm gonna put in the 1,000 gold worth of silver that I have now. Wait, hold on, no.
100 gold
1,000
worth of
silver,
silver.
100 gold. I can't speak
Yeah.
English or do math.
You're
No, yeah,
upping
yeah.
it to 100.
So 100 gold's worth is now in the pot. And
I don't have.
That's a question.
Then, is that how it works? I can, but...
what's up,
Can I ask a
Britsha?
question?
Yeah.
Is there like a toilet nearby?
Yeah, there would be.
Because did I go to like the toilet and summon a hawk spirit that gives us better wisdom checks?
Wait, hold on. Just throw that in the chat. How would
Damn it, let's go.
this
Well,
work?
this is
Oh
the-
god.
I can make a spirit totem, and I can make a hawk spirit.
I was supposed to say. I mean,
Yeah, how tall is this building? You can just look down on
Hold on. Do I still
It's gotta
have...
be within range.
You honestly, this is a pretty tall building, like an arch roof. You could just actually like look up, summon it on like a beam up above, and probably no one would notice it for a while.
Oh hell yeah! Okay.
And it would, yeah, 30-foot raise. It would just be like
Just being
30
a
feet
Adau
up
both
in the
using
rafters.
wisdom.
Yeah, that is. You could definitely do that. I would say it would probably be a sleight of hand check to cover up the casting of this,
Yo.
basically. But if you do a sleight of hand check,
Yeah,
Guidance.
but what if I like say, oh, I just need to go to the toilet real quick, you know?
okay, yeah, I guess that's fair.
Too much, I need to piss.
Okay, that's fair. So I'll let you do that. So you could do that, and then what is the effect of that? It gives you.
Advantage on wisdom.
Hold on, wait.
And allies. Well, it says perception, but that I guess that could be used to like.
So yeah, it's
I
only
don't
going to
know.
be perception checks, but that could matter. So
The unicorn spirit might actually be better. We get advantage on all. Oh no, that's detecting creatures. Okay.
yeah, so it's only going to be perception. It's not all wisdom checks. It's just perception checks.
Is
Yeah.
is Ace of Spades a creature?
What do you mean?
Animate the cards.
Oh god.
I can do that.
But
That would be funny. Here, wait. So I've got a thing.
yeah.
The guy who has the bodyguards.
Yeah.
I'm putting. So you know that the elemental gem I got from the court wizard of Gabagard.
Oh wow, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put that on the table and some of the rubies and onyx that we found,
Oh shit.
And-
Okay.
and that so just up the ante. I want him to match me.
If you do that, the guy looks. A few of the guys look at this. Like, what are these random gems? But the guy who has like the bodyguard specifically, he's like, "Shut up, you fools!" And it becomes clear. This actually gives you some insight into the general situation. It's clear this guy is the head honcho. The rest of these guys are just minor crime lords. This guy is the big boss. And he has like this very like. He has these very these eyes that are clearly intuiting stuff and looking and keen eyes.
Yeah.
And he looks up at the rest of the dwarves who are complaining here. He's like, these are just gems. This is an elemental gem. These are adventurers. They have riches. And
I'd
a
like
couple
to
of
also. Oh,
Yeah.
go ahead.
what were you gonna say?
I was gonna take out a copper piece and like flick it, like a coin, because that's the material component for detect thoughts, which I can cast as part of this feat.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Yeah. You
I
can.
suppose I should.
Yeah. You
roll
can
for
basically
something.
hear. You can basically hear the surface level thoughts of creatures in the area without them knowing. If you dig
Yes.
deeper, though, then that's when they
That
would
would
know.
be so
Yeah, that's
loud.
and I don't want to do that. I
Yep.
don't want to dig deeper.
So, are you just
I just
looking at
want
his
to-
thoughts? I'm assuming.
I want to look at but I just basically as the cards are being dealt for the next hand, I want to kind of see like what they're feeling or what if they think any words about the cards.
Okay. Yeah.
You know.
I got you. So
Just don't
I
say
mean,
anything back.
Telepath it to the rest of us.
I can actually tell you guys.
yeah. But so okay. So the when a couple of doors tap out when they realize that this is going to be expensive, because the guy looks and he looks down at it, kind of studies it for a second. He looks up at you. He's like, this is worth probably 1,000 gold.
Oh yeah, you bet it is. But 1,000 gold, that's nothing to someone of our stature.
He
Right,
reaches
my
into
man?
his cloak, pulls out a sack and drops it on the table. A couple coins spill out, and it looks like silver coins, but then you realize, no, these are platinum. There's 100. 100 platinum pieces, which is worth 1,000 gold. So, and he's like, I'm in. However, the rest of you, the rest of you have 1,000 gold to put in?
No.
Okay, because
Bet your car, bet your wedding ring.
if
Just wanted to have a cool rogue moment, and she got stolen from me.
You would have a cool rogue moment.
and then
No, I wanted to go over and like make an underground connection and find some like illicit stuff.
This is your underground
And
connection.
instead, the whole party walks over and everyone just like, have
well,
fun.
so all right, so here's the thing, Talvo, is if you
Just
so.
another game.
For the rest of you, who if you're not betting, all of his other like henchmen also back off. So it's just going to be
That's what I'm
1v1,
about to do.
a 1v1 game of poker. And so what the rest of you can be doing, like Talvo, if you want, you could be watching to make sure no funny business happens, stuff like that, right?
I play poker with some random other person there.
Well,
You know, there's a few other people.
I mean, actually, most of the other
Yeah, I like one.
poker games in the area have stopped because people are like their attention is drawn to this high stakes game now. This is like super fucking high stakes now. The guy looks, the dwarf is like looking at the rest of you. He's like, these are your friends, huh? You ain't got enough money between all of you for each of you being. He looks at Helios though, and he's like, good playing earlier. You put your instrument on the line. I'll raise it even higher.
No.
He's like, he.
I do get an inspiration to Adau.
Okay, so you're just like, you're not gonna accept. He's like, I'll raise it another 2,000.
Does that include the bow, or is it just the lyre, or whatever it is?
I made this instrument myself.
Ah, okay.
I
So
didn't just buy this one.
So you're not gonna accept the upping of the ante.
I don't think so. I can't risk losing this.
Okay, that's fair. He's like, I understand. A good musician never parts with his favorite instrument. I get it. And so then he kind of like stares at Adau, and like, yeah, your eyes kind of lock. So this is basically going to be a little skill check challenge like we've done before. A little skill gauntlet. You need 4 successes. How are you going to win?
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. So obviously, when the cards get dealt, I am just gonna go as if we're playing actual poker, but although just translate it to the analogous game. I want to use my surface level detection of thoughts to see how he feels about his hand.
Okay. First hand. First hand he gets. It's pretty neutral on.
Neutral.
Mm-hmm.
What is my hand? Is it good? Is it bad? Like, I know how to play this game? I imagine.
Yeah, you have a decent hand, so it's one of those things where you're not
Strength
sure.
doesn't help. Okay.
Yeah, I would say what we'll say is because you have the knowledge of his thoughts, the way we'll represent that is if you just do a normal roll without like trying to cheat or anything, it'll just be another one of those basic checks, but you'll have advantage. Because you can kind of measure and compare, like, how am I feeling versus him, right? So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then I'll do one of those.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And so yeah. So the first one, with just the surface level thoughts, unfortunately, you're not able to get enough to know ahead of time, and unfortunately, it just comes up where he had like a high pair and you had a low pair. So, and that was it. So.
Okay.
So the first round, and we'll say again, like some of the money's going back and forth, but overall, there's going to be an overall winner, and they'll get the whole thing. And we haven't gotten to that point yet. So that's one fail. So at this point, he's kind of got the upper hand.
Yeah, I want to see, is Talvo seeing any funny business, or can he give me some sort of aid?
Yeah, you can use your telepathy thing to say like, "Hey, Talvo, like, can you know."
Yeah, you'll get it. I'll give you a cut.
So should I just perception this and see if I caught any sleight of hand or something?
Sure, that would work. And this is you have advantage from this from Bree. So
How does passive wisdom perception work? Because I have 19.
Passive
it's just
perception.
he wants to see if we see something without telling us there's something.
Yeah, that's more of like. Well, so that's more like that's more generally like used. I generally use passive perception more for like if you're out traveling and something is happening off in the distance. Who's going to be the first to notice, right? Stuff like that. For actively like looking for things, it's going to be a roll, right? So a roll of 20 though, Talvo. Yeah, you're like looking around, and you realize, wait a minute. A couple of there is like a dealer here who is separate from the two of you, and a couple of like the bodyguards or whatever just kind of like were walking by and then like bumped into the dealer, and you're like, wait a minute, something isn't right. I think maybe they slipped something in his pocket.
I'm gonna watch him again for the next round, and if they do it again, I want to try and like catch him in the act.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, as you're watching, the the guy is dealing his cards, and Adau, you're like, "Ooh, this is a bad hand." And your surface level thoughts you're hearing are like, "Oh fuck, I've got him now." And so it seems like a bad situation, but then Talvo, as this has happened, you see, one of the bodyguards this time getting sloppy about it, slips some money in the back pocket of the dealer. The dealer like looks forward, gives a nod, just stuff that very faintly, stuff that you wouldn't normally notice. And there's some funny business going on here.
I have platinum coins.
So Talvo, what do you do with this information?
Well, like I said, I was gonna watch for it. If it did, I was gonna like run over, like just like grab the guy's wrist or something. Like, what's going on here?
Okay, yeah. So as the guy's like slipping the money in, you like literally grab his hand and hold it up here.
And then the coins go like splaying out, like whoa.
Yeah, and there's like some gas from people are like what the like.
Hey, what the fuck, man? I thought we were playing a game here. What are you doing?
The dwarven guy's like I assure you, I had no part of this. These henchmen of mine, they. And then he kind of realizes that like nothing he says is really gonna make it look better. He's like get out, and he like motions for all of his like henchmen to like move away, and he says, "Have one of your guys deal it."
I'll do it.
Okay, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
You deal.
All right, and Talvo,
You deal.
and so Talvo, you deal. So that counts as one success then, because basically you call them out on it, and we'll say you even win the next round just because he's so flustered he can't even read anything properly.
I inspire Talvo just in case of anything as well.
Oh hell yeah.
Okay, so Talvo. So then the question is, now what are you just gonna try to roll and get lucky? You have advantage on your wisdom checks it out, or do you want to try? Do you want to try to like do anything deceptive or?
I was thinking about trying a little bit of sleight of hand.
Here, well, Helios can give him Bardic Inspiration as well. I'll roll mine. Can I add Bardic Inspiration to just a flat skill or like ability check?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
So you're gonna.
Let's see how it goes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna add. Can I decide after? Or do I have to decide?
You can decide after.
Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, it's the end decides.
Well, yeah, for Bardic Inspiration, you can add it. Okay, nice. So, yeah, you get 20, a solid 20. You definitely come out ahead. In fact, that's actually counting as 2 successes because, hitting 20 as opposed to, like, the high teens. Yeah, so that counts as, so you now have 3 successes, 1 failure.
Oh, boy.
And so he's starting to be like, ugh. And he's getting a little frustrated, this dwarf. And that takes us to the next round where Talvo... If you'd like, you could try some funny business.
Oh.
I'm not gonna stop you.
But we are close.
I'm not gonna help you, but I'm not gonna. Well, I mean, I can't help you, but I'm not gonna stop you. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Yeah.
Can I
Make one of the rats do a backflip to distract.
Can I try to like chat up and panache this guy so he doesn't notice me stacking the deck, so I get advantage on the sleight of hand roll?
Show panache again.
What? I'm sorry, you cut out.
Show the panache ability. Throw it in the chat real quick. I need to see.
no way.
Not that one. That's something words.
It's a contested check against his insight, and if I succeed, I'm a friendly acquaintance.
I can use it something words before that.
Yeah.
Well, that's only for saving throws, Helios. As far as panache goes, so it's not hostile. So yeah, I'd say that works. Talvo, you could do this. You could try to panache him to kind of throw him off guard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I ask something?
Yeah.
I have a really stupid idea. What if I have an ability where I could make a flower, and I also have an ability where I can speak with plants. What if I'm like, hey, do you want to smell this? There's this nice rose I had in my bag. Do you want to smell it? And then it's like I lean over like that, and the plant can see the cards or something like that.
Well, okay, but plants. So the ability to
The
speak.
guy who's about to win 1,000 gold from me is giving me something to smell.
So
during
here's
the
the
game.
here's the thing. The speaking with plants doesn't doesn't like grant them eyesight or anything. Like they don't get additional senses just because you can talk to them. They can still only use. They can. It's a very creative idea, but unfortunately they can't use any senses they don't already have. So
Okay, just saying what
yeah.
what's possible.
Yeah, so feel free to roll a persuasion check, TSM.
Oh, it probably shouldn't have been with advantage.
Yeah, so you'd only be the 14. So he actually.
No, wait, you got inspiration though from
I
Helios.
did get it.
Oh, you have Bardic Inspiration,
That's
so you could
a
roll that.
D8?
Yeah,
D8, right?
I
Yep.
believe so. Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah. So it's like you basically kind of like. I imagine what it is that you are almost like trying to put him off guard, right? Just throw him off his game, right? And you're basically like, oh, I'm expecting no more funny business, right? Like basically jabbing at him a bit, and the guy's like, I'm not doing anything, and then Helios kind of adds on to help, and is like by saying like, oh, come on, we're watching you now, bud, you know. And yeah, the guy is throwing off his game. So now if you'll have advantage on your sleight of hand.
All right.
Mm-hmm. And you only need one more success. Oh yeah, so just roll again. So that's fine.
14.
Oof.
A 14 is not great. In fact, hold on.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Does he
Give
see it?
inspiration.
Yeah, you want to use your actual inspiration?
Do you have actual inspiration? You could re-roll
Yeah.
it.
I will.
Yeah.
Do I reroll with advantage then?
No, you just get one more roll.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's gonna be even worse.
Yeah, one more.
Okay. So, let me think about how this is gonna go. Okay. Okay. It doesn't seem like he notices. He is like, you deal him a bad hand, basically. And no one seems to notice. He kind of curses as he does lose. And the money, you guys win. The money all goes. There's actually like a gasp, a shock as the guy lays down his hand, and he is like maybe a pair, and you have like a full house or something, and he
Dumbass got a 7 high.
yeah.
Idiot.
And so Adau, you grab up the bag of the winnings, and the guy just kind of grumbles, and then literally leaves the tavern.
Oh man, okay. Damn. All right. I was gonna like shake his hand, and be like, "Hey man, good game. We'll be back here. We can play again." But I guess not. No, it works. He can leave. We'll just get attacked later and kill all those men. So what came out of that?
So you
I
got
doubled the silver and I got 100 platinum.
you got 100 platinum. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do you see why I want to bet?
which is worth 1,000 golds. That's a lot.
That's
Good
yeah.
And yeah, no, it actually is a little
Basically,
anticlimactic.
it's a whole shopping trip
He
free.
doesn't really get angry. He doesn't really do anything except just walk out like with his henchmen and bodyguards following him. So
I wonder what the next
Yeah, we're-
is gonna be.
Watch him walk.
Yeah.
Up. I was like looking. I'm like, I was trying to make friends with that guy.
I didn't mean, my bad, dude. I didn't mean to just win like that. And then you didn't do anything, did you?
I wanted to do a couple of low stakes hands, build up a little rapport, be like, hey, you got anything
Yeah.
cool you're trying to offer?
We're saying this we're saying this loud. We want people to hear this.
nah, you've been muttering this back and forth, but yeah. So at this point, though, people start going back to their own games and stuff, and at this point, like you would know that it's late enough in the evening and getting into night now that the shops are all closed. So you're probably gonna have to continue your shopping the next day. But I imagine that's fine. You're planning on probably spending a day or two here, so.
Yeah,
So
we
you
got
guys,
a room here now.
yeah, you have a room at this nice place. Do you go up to? I'm assuming you just go and get a good night's rest. I don't know how late do you stay up drinking and partying.
Late.
Oh, sounds good. Check it out.
Yeah.
I want to try another shot of fire whiskey, and if I fail,
Yeah,
I'll
same.
go to
With my
bed.
newfound confidence.
All right, everyone who wants a shot of fire whiskey, it'll be con saves. We don't even worry about the cost. Your drinks are on the house from that good performance earlier. Because even though you were somewhat the butt of the joke of the song being sung about your kind, right? The business for the place had like boomed. So many people got new drinks just so they could even like cheer along with the song. You basically brought like doubled the profits of this place for the night. So, alright, so Talvo, you're able to kind of like get it down and be fine. Helios, you're actually getting more used to it now. Adau, you don't vomit this time, but you still go like spit it up. And yeah.
Good, everybody.
I'm getting better. Okay.
Yeah.
Look at that.
But yeah.
No roll
Remind,
So-
remind me next time.
Oh,
we
the
have a
rat?
festival.
Yeah,
Next
hold
time we go
on.
back to the castle, I know a couple sessions ago we had bought
You
some
enjoyed it
fire
last time.
whiskey. Talvo's gonna start training on this.
Oh, no.
I want to start like having advantage checks before every bed every night. Talvo's gonna like hit a shot until he can like build the confidence for it. I will not
Yeah.
be embarrassed again in front of the doors.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. You can try to work on getting your immunity up. But yeah, so so Funkus was gonna come up and like gobble down this shot, but then the other one is like pushes Funkus aside. What's the other one? Bunkus?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bunkus.
the other one, Bunkus, is like basically like you get the vibe. He's like, I want this one. You like that last one? I want it. And he takes it. He is not nearly as well prepared for it. And you hear you actually hear a blat, and you like smell rat vomit from like your hoodie, basically.
Yeah.
You got rat vomit on the inside of your new breastplate, dude.
Yeah,
wash
and
that off,
it'll
so-
come out with a wash, but yeah, there's a little bit of rat vomit in there. But yeah, the night passes. The rest of the night passes without incident here in the tavern. You guys probably party and drink for a while, and then eventually head to bed. And yeah. But yeah. And you wake up. Specifically, Adau, in the middle of the night,
Out of bed immediately.
your bill hook sends a mental signal to you like a phone vibrating. You're under attack.
I can see in the dark. So what do I see?
Yeah, you spring out of bed, and the rest of you're on like this luxury suite that has multiple beds. It even has like its own bath in one corner, with hot water heated from like a natural spring, right? Like this is a really awesome like little luxury suite. Again, this is something where like merchants, even diplomats might stay in. And you probably all just like stumble into bed all half drunk or whatever. But you wake up, spring up awake, and there is a cloaked figure with a dagger right over Helios's bed.
Uh-oh.
I hit him with a hold person.
Okay, yeah, roll.
I
roll.
yell the spell. The
Oh
cast.
yeah, that's I guess I have to roll, right? Well, what is it? A save on?
It is that. It is this.
Okay, yeah, and
It
you.
didn't tell you anything. It's a 17 DC.
Okay. Yeah, and as you're doing this, I'm assuming you're shouting like, "Wake up!" and the rest of you are going to jolt awake. This is the only thing you will do before it'll be combat. So give me a second.
I mean, that's like the overman.
So
Yeah.
sorry, what is it?
Are we gonna break that,
Wisdom.
like,
17 wisdom. Yeah.
Okay, wisdom. See, hold on, I gotta check something real quick. These guys. The sheet does not actually have a very good roll on this. Okay.
Wow. All right.
But they actually get lucky and succeed. And then Helios, you realize, you look over, there was one actually approaching your bedside, and they just charge. And it is going to be initiative, real quick. Give me in a moment. Let's take a quick little break here, because I got to get it set up. Yeah, it's a good time for a little break, and we probably won't go too much longer, but I don't know how long this combat will last. We'll see. It's going to depend. Alright, I'm going to mute us, and we'll be on break.
Then.
I'm gonna unmute us. We
3 more
are.
weeks.
Yep. I'm gonna unmute us real quick, and we're gonna resume. So hello back, welcome back. Let me get some combat music going,
Yeah.
and then.
Oh, okay. I see. So it's a bug with roll 20. So apparently. But yeah, Helios, you could find like a 3070. If you want one that's like used and you want to risk it being a mining card, you could get one for like 300 something.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, a new one will probably run you $500 to $600, but a 3060, which is pretty good, you could get for less than 400 easy.
What's not that bad? I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, let's see what it. So.
I'm gonna eventually do it anyway. What is it? I'm blanked on my initiative. There we go.
Do you have a 1070 or a 1070 Ti?
Yeah.
Ti?
Hold on. Why is this?
One of the worst initiatives I think I've had in a while.
I don't know why it's only doing. Well, it's weird.
Yes, you'll get modest performance increase. Of course, you'll get the better like power usage and more reliability because it's new card.
Yeah, I think that's why I just want to go new card, so it just stops crashing every hour.
Are you sure? Like, could it be a driver problem?
I don't know. I mean, I'll double check.
Alright, here. Alright, I'm just making sure you guys
Ready
can all see
whenever.
each other's HP. And then I need to roll in for these guys. So again, these guys have like to kind of lay out the situation. These are like some windows here that lead out onto the street, and it's clear that they've broken in through this window. This is like second floor, but it is still they climbed in through the window.
Are they dwarves?
From their height, definitely, yeah. They are cloaked, so you can't really see what they look like, but they're clearly dwarves just from the stature.
I went on to roll a 15 and still get first. Oh no, Bree's first.
Oh yeah. Oh, let me edit that. So Britsha. There we go. Oh, did I right? That's fine. Alright. So, actually, yes. Wait. Yeah, it should be there. It's because I messed up the period into the comments.
Oh, it's a comma.
Yeah, there you go. So, okay, so you actually, Adau, they were about to basically try to slit your guys, sort of stab you in the middle of the night before you could do anything, but you're woken up by your thing. It saves your guy's neck once again, and you shout out, and they're all like taken off guard, so much so that you guys are. Bree's actually going to get to go first. Bree, you're on this side of the room over here. They were one of them has again started rushing at Adau. This one was about to gut Helios like a pig.
Well,
So what are you gonna do, Bree?
gotta get some PC dust.
Oh, you're muted, Britsha.
I want to test something out.
Okay.
Can I use Conjure Minor Elemental and make 8 elementals in a small room?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely
Okay.
you can.
Let me test them.
What type of elemental would you like?
What could I make in this room? Could I make? I guess it would be an earth. Would probably make sense.
There's rock that, but I mean, again, these are like it's not
Wait,
like
what
they
is that?
really.
What is that thing in the bottom right? Is that a bath?
Oh.
Yeah. But again, they don't come from the stuff. They just are. They're summoned from somewhere else. They're not made anew. So you can do any type. It could be. Let me tell you. It could either be. So it could either be a. You could do eight steam methods. You could do 4 dust methods, 4 ice methods, 4 magma methods, or you could do like a single gargoyle. There's some weird stuff.
I'm doing 8 steam methods.
Okay.
Yeah, bring back the. Can it be the same Steam methods as last time?
Probably some of them are the same. Because again, they literally get like drawn from somewhere else. You don't know where. And so a couple of them look around like, oh, this again. And one or two of them are like, oh, what is this? What do you mean? And they're like, don't worry, we'll be fine. Just come on. And so they are gonna. You just want them around the guys, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's we one
Oh
more.
no.
Here you go. And they will roll into initiative. Oh jeez. Okay, here we go.
So you get to choose which elemental type. Like specifically, you can't just be like, I want to summon 8 of them, and then you get. Like, how does that work?
No, it's based on CR, so these are the weakest, which is why you can get 8. If you want to do stronger
yeah,
ones,
but
it would be
what
less.
about like other CR 1/4? You know.
Yeah, there are other ones like magma and stuff like that. So that you could
Okay.
do if you want.
Yeah. Okay,
But
so
this-
you can choose the specific type.
Could it have been 8 magma?
No, it
guys?
would have to been a 4 because those are stronger.
Oh, okay.
So if you're just going for numbers, this is probably the ideal one.
Yeah.
Alright. The points.
So okay, and they. Oh wait, do they? I don't remember. Yeah, they get their own initiative. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, they're at the end of initiative, so that works. Okay, so that's your action. Oh wait, there's a casting time of a minute for that. Remember?
Oh.
That's
so
the
maybe I
reason.
shouldn't do that then.
Yeah. So unless you want to sit for 10 rounds,
Yeah, okay.
the guy's like,
okay.
"Oh wait, never mind." No, just kidding.
Okay.
I think summon elemental takes only an action, right? Then you have the vial now.
The only one I have is Conjure Elemental because I haven't
Oh, you
had a proper
switched
sleep
it.
yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that one's 1 minute casting time.
Yeah.
True.
Also,
So,
I
okay.
do
Never mind.
like to not trash this room.
Yeah, that is the other thing.
I used Tidal Wave. It's like a giant tidal wave in this room.
Yeah. That would be like
Um,
my other game where they have a artifact that makes tidal waves once a day, and they've used it to devastate several towns.
So it wouldn't be wise then to use Erupting Earth on them because that would allow me to hit both of them.
You just destroy. You'd hit us too.
It would definitely cause some damage to the
Or I
inn.
could put it in the middle of the room.
We're on the second
So that
floor.
would rain.
Yeah, the ground is made of
Right.
dirt, though. It might collapse the floor underneath you into like the storeroom of the tavern, but
Okay. I don't want to ruin their place, so I'll avoid that as well then.
yep.
So I guess I could just throw some fire at them or something.
Okay, sure.
So I
Nice.
could produce flame.
Okay, yeah, you can do a produce flame and go chuck like a mote of fire at
the
them.
one, like the one at the top.
Okay. Feel free to make your attack roll.
that it?
Unfortunately, an 11 is not enough to hit these guys. They're pretty nimble and they have armor
damn.
underneath their cloaks. It kind of just bounces, like the flame envelops him and then kind of dissipates.
Yeah.
Okay, you can feel free to move as well. You've hopped up and can move around if you want as well. Otherwise,
I could stay over here, just like to be out there, or I could make. I'm with like.
You can help flank someone.
So I mean, I could like just go to maybe get near the door, and so they can't escape.
okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, you can kind of block the doorway for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Then in that case, Adau, it's your turn. Bree was very quick, just instinctively going with flame, and now you're up next. It makes sense. You're the one who reacted, who called out the warning.
Yes. True. I'm going to. Well, I guess yeah. I'm going to use half my movement to, like, stand.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to. I'm conflicted. I could do what I always do, or I could do the funny.
This is funny.
Yeah. What is this?
Why is it funny?
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna. Helios is. Do you have any reactions that can make somebody worse at a saving throw?
He does. He has cutting words.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is a reaction?
Does that count?
Is it a reaction? It might be a bonus action. Let's
It's
see.
not cutting words.
Oh,
it's,
unsettling words. As it's a bonus
Unsettling.
action, so he has to go first, unfortunately. So.
Okay. Yeah. Never mind. Then I don't know if I'm not gonna waste that. I'm just gonna grab his face, which is arm height, and
Okay.
just give him the bad touch.
You definitely hit.
No.
You grab on him. He tries to like dodge, but he's not that nimble. He's decently. These guys
Yeah.
are decently nimble for dwarves, but not that nimble. And yeah, you just burst necrotic energy into him.
Yeah, I didn't know dwarves were such cowards to kill people sleeping in the night.
You cheated in the game. We're gonna
Yeah,
take what
fuck
we.
you.
We're gonna
Fuck
take
you,
what
get
is
out of here.
deserved.
You cheated first.
You cheated first. Yeah.
You
And I hit
do
him with
this
36
36
back
damage. That's a lot. He doesn't even seem visibly wounded though. This guy is actually is clearly an experienced assassin. He's used to taking a hit or two. It's also kind of hard to tell how visibly, how wounded these guys are because they are, again, cloaked up. You can basically only see their eyes. That's it. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm here now. That is my turn.
Okay. Talvo, it's your turn.
Oh, I'm gonna spring out of bed, back here, and I think the first thing I'm gonna see is this guy like lording over Helios. Then I'm gonna take a swing at him from behind.
Okay. Absolutely.
You're
Try to
some kind of
shank him.
flanking thing or what?
Yeah, absolutely a hit.
Don't even need it.
Then that one, brother.
All right, that's still good.
It's only one.
Oh no,
Yeah.
only 19 sneak attack.
Yeah, it's still 29 damage, which is pretty sick for just you get right into like his kidneys. Like, yeah, you hit him good.
And then, I guess the normal hide for my next turn.
Okay.
We
sure.
doing
A sleight of
doing-
hand here would make sense. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, not a great roll. All right, so it's these guys' turns now. This guy is clearly the leader. He shouts to the other one, "Take out the pig before it gets to he wouldn't use game terms. He'd say before it gets up out of bed and gives us more trouble. Take out the pig." And then he's gonna focus on you, Adau. So he is going to. He's going to make 2 swings, 2 quick jabs with a short sword at you.
These sprites are clearly holding daggers.
Yeah, imagine it's just a. It looks like a dagger because it's a dwarven.
For them, yeah.
Yeah, the dwarves. So okay, makes sense.
The first one hits.
Okay, the first one hits them. So
That's higher.
I gotta
Oh
check.
wait, am I holding the shield? Yeah, I'm holding the shield. I just don't have the shield of faith. Yeah, so first one hits.
Okay. Yeah. So it will do only 4 damage until
Only 4 damage. Yeah.
until you feel the familiar effect of poison seeping into your bloodstream. Roll me a Constitution saving throw. That's actually exactly the number you needed. So you're gonna take half of this.
Can't hold your whiskey when you can save
So you
a
only
point.
take 13 instead of 26 damage.
Oh, whoops.
But yeah. Then the other one. So I have bad news for you, Helios. You're still prone in bed because you haven't had your turn yet.
Yeah.
This guy is going to. That's all. Oh wait, actually no. Yeah, that's all that guy does. Okay. So yeah, the other guy goes now. You're still prone in bed, which means he's gonna have advantage on you. And yeah, he's going to try to plunge his long dagger, short sword type weapon into your gut. See if he succeeds. Okay, so
How's that armor working for you?
the,
Good
unfor-
ass.
the unfortunate thing is that because he has advantage, he's also going to deal sneak attack damage. So for the first attack, you take 6 piercing plus another 16 piercing, so 22 piercing. And then you feel the poison seeping into your blood as well. So I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm greatly
Helios isn't even the one who cheated.
Let's go.
Okay? You actually also succeed, so you're also going to take half of the poison damage, so you're only going to take 14 instead of 28. So you take 14 plus 22, so 36 total damage.
Yeah, subtracted both.
And Helios is already visibly wounded. And that was the first
He made
attack.
his second attack.
And then the second attack comes in.
Oh,
Yeah, okay, so 9 piercing. Okay, well, here's the question I have to make. No, so the lucky thing is he's making 2 attacks, but they're with the same short sword. So there's only 1 poison. It's not 2 separate poisons.
Thank you.
So you only take the 9. He only did most of your HP, not all of it.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gone down.
But yeah, so that guy, so he stabs you, gets a good 2 stabs, and the first one with the poison is the one that really, Helios is like, ooh! It is your turn now, Helios.
Okay, that changes things. Hold on, give me 1 sec. I don't want to turn. Okay, can I do something funny? It's a big wall of text. Fair warning.
Oh god.
Because it's a lot of detail.
Animate objects, 1 action.
I would like to take 2 of the bed sheets that aren't being used, animate them, and like around their heads so they can't see.
Okay, hold on.
I'm pissed. I don't know what kind of like wouldn't it be like full blinders or something, but maybe like disadvantage or stagger or something.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, honestly, yeah, if it lacks appendages, it has a flying speed of 30, so...
So like the one that I have the one next to me, just like the both of them.
Yeah, I would say you can honestly, this is actually perfect, because I would say each bed sheet counts as like a medium-sized object, which counts as 2.
Yeah.
So you can only do 10, but you can do 5 mediums, and there's 5 beds in here, so you can get 5 bed sheets. They'll go, and then go, and try. They're gonna have to make attack rolls, basically.
Yes.
Or
So,
rather, instead of attacks, hold on. I need to look at this sheet. It's all fucked with the formatting here. Animate object. It's gonna be a grapple check for the ones who, yeah. Okay, strength for a medium object is 10 strength. So they're gonna have no bonus.
I inspire the bed sheet.
With a bonus action, I guess. Wait, hold on.
That'd be awful.
I think technically you could,
Perfect.
but yeah. So okay, wait. Let me get the bed sheets out. Let me. Oh god. So the bed sheets on all of your guys' beds just fly off all of a sudden, and just fucking like fly towards each of them. Yeah. Oh god. Hold on. I gotta find some.
Wear one like your king.
I can't find any bed sheet token. That's fine. Here's what we'll do. I'm just gonna draw them. Oh wait. No, I want. We'll just use red so they're easier to see. Oh god damn it. That's so big. Okay. So you have 5 of them. And is the first priority of them is to try to grapple them.
Yeah.
So what that'll be is a flat d20 roll. So if you want to do that, just type /roll d20 and do that twice. Okay. So then the question is first one. Hold on.
I would assume the first one's after the guy who fucking tried to.
Yeah, so that's what the 19 is on, and that guy rolled low. The other guy rolls high. So, alright, so this sheet here, the right sheet grapples him. So he is now grappled. The other one fails. This one fails to this bed sheet to the right here. Fails to grapple this guy. So you have 3 more though. So try again on that guy, I guess. Oh god, this is so chaotic. Shit. Okay, he could technically. He dodges that one too. So okay, you have 2 more chances. Okay, 16. Okay, this one gets it. So this one finally. Here, let me. Oh god, this is so
Action
chaotic.
economy, baby.
So this one and this one. These are the line. I'm drawing lines between the ones grappling. And then you have one more guy who can actually make an attack. Do one more roll. I'm assuming you would just say like
Sweep
beat
his legs out. Make him proud.
Yeah, okay, you could do that. It'd be the same check again to try and like flip this guy onto his feet. Oh god, okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, knock him prone or something.
Oh, he fails. So this guy is now knocked prone by bed sheets.
I love this spell so much.
Oh god, so he's knocked.
It's such a good spell.
He's knocked prone, and both of them are grappled. Bree, it's your turn. These bed sheets are now. Bed sheets are just flying around the room, beating the shit out of your enemies.
None of the methods could be here. But, so can I go there on or can I go on that one in that space?
The bed sheets are kind of in the way. They're blocking you.
Okay.
But you can go diagonal and attack still.
But would I have to be on that one to flank?
That's true. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll just have to be here then.
Okay.
Can I set the while they're wrapped around their heads? Can I set them on fire?
Yeah. I mean, you can try. What spell are you gonna use for that?
Geneva?
Well, produce flame. The one that I'm
Okay.
would attack
Yeah.
with.
Make an attack roll with advantage. So this time it'll be with advantage.
That one.
Okay, yeah. So basically, you just go like spray the flames onto his face, which is surrounded in fabric that is now starting to light on fire. And he's like, "Arr, arr." So go ahead and roll your damage. This basically count as normal damage for the purposes of this.
So that one.
Mm-hmm. For now, if you keep doing it, maybe you'll light on fire fully. But for now, it's just gonna be the normal damage. But yeah, that hurts him. And he's actually visibly wounded now. So, okay, nice. Is that all you do?
Yeah, I'll just stay here blocking the door.
Okay. Adau, it's your turn. Situation has changed quite a bit.
Yes. Can I, so, mechanically, is it possible for me to take out Wyvern Poison, object interaction, and then crush it as part of that interaction, or is that two different things? Like with my gauntlet.
So you want to like crush it onto your gauntlet?
Yeah, so then I can inflict wounds and get the glass in him and give him poison as well.
No, you.
Too evil.
You wouldn't be able to combine those in one turn. I would say you could do that. You could crush it and coat it this turn, because that's the equivalent of coating a weapon essentially. And then next turn you could do it, but you wouldn't be able to do both. It would take your action, in other words, to coat
Yeah,
it.
fair enough. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm just gonna bring. I think I'm gonna bring this guy also to the ground. So, like shove him or grapple him.
Yeah, just be a contested check, athletics or acrobatics. Or no, you have to do athletics. Oh god, okay, he could. No, he doesn't. So he is now also prone and kind of like being smothered. Yeah.
Yes, and then I'm going to do this.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. Bonus action, Shield of Faith. Hell yeah. Alright,
Yep.
Talvo, it's your turn. This guy is prone on the ground and you're flanking him, so you have advantage and +2.
To both of them?
Well, you're not flanking this one, so technically this one is
Just
a
the
better
right one.
chance to hit, yeah.
That's fine. So I'm gonna use my bonus action to activate my dagger of venom,
Oh, yeah, okay.
and then we're gonna stab this guy on the ground.
Yeah, you're like, you poisoned me, we'll see about that.
So I have advantage, right?
Yep. Yeah, they're both prone, so. Okay, yeah, hell yeah. You just like plunge your dagger in him, no resistance at all.
Jesus, these rolls.
Okay. 28.
And then another
and then
2d10 for the poison.
Okay, hell yeah. He is alive, but pretty close to dead from all this. And he's like just writhing in pain on the ground.
So
Hey,
which one's died on fire?
Wait, kill the one by Helios.
Yeah, that's the one that he
the
was
leader.
going after. It's almost
okay.
dead now, so.
Oh, he's okay. Oh, because
Yep.
this one was the leader and tankier. Okay.
But yeah, so, is that all?
Yep.
Okay. This guy is going to literally just try to struggle to break free. So he's going to try to. So I need another check, Helios, from your just raw d20 of the. Okay, he does actually manage to break free. He goes like, and then he's going to literally, like, get up to his feet, and luckily he can bonus action dash. He's not going to disengage though, so he's going to just try to literally run out the window, which is going to provoke from pretty much everyone except Bree. So
Does it provoke the bed sheets?
I don't know if the bed sheets get here. Let me see if they get a reaction. It doesn't say they don't.
I mean, it's fair if they don't, but it's worth asking.
Can I make my attack a grapple check? I don't know if that's how it works, but I know
You can.
you
I'll
described it as
allow
an
it.
attack.
I'll allow it. It's fine.
Pog.
Okay. So never mind. He doesn't even get to move. He basically makes it to here, and then it's just grabbed again. These bed sheets will get an attack anyways, though, because he started to move. So there will be.
Just this one.
So just do 2 more attack rolls, Helios. These ones technically do have a modifier, so that's actually a 19, and then do another one. That one's a miss. So one of them is a hit, a 19. It does 2d6 plus 1 damage. If you want to roll that, Helios.
Wow, that's actually not.
That's
bad.
actually not bad, yeah.
That bad for bed sheet.
Oh god. Yeah, so then one of the bed sheets just goes bam. And he's alive, but he's visibly wounded, so yeah. The other guy is also going to try to just squirm free. So I need another roll, Helios, of the flat d20. He actually manages to do it. So he also manages to writhe free. He's going to try the same thing of just running, which will provoke attacks from Talvo as well as 3 bed sheets. Okay, Talvo could probably just finish him off. What's your damage here? Yeah, he had 8 HP left. So he had a little bit left. You just gut him. You just basically run him through. You're like, no, you're not going anywhere. And he's just like,
alone.
Yeah, he's like, and just collapses dead. Helios, there's one guy left here who was grappled once again.
Okay, so
I would like to interrogate him.
Okay, yeah, let's not kill this guy.
Yeah,
If he's almost dead.
you can issue a command to your bed sheets to subdue instead of kill. You can just tell them to beat him unconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that.
All right, so you're like, go bed sheets, beat him.
Like in episode 5 of just...
Alright, I actually want to see if they can do it. So let's roll me, do a 1d20 plus 5. And then do that 4 more times.
Oh god. Okay.
If
I think
you
can
just
press.
Yeah,
up.
there you go.
Oh,
One
really?
more?
Yeah.
That's 4.
Yeah, there's 5, because you have 5 of them.
Oh, right.
Alright, 2 hits. Only 2 hits. But you now roll the 2d6 plus 1 twice. So I guess you could just do 4d6 plus 2. I don't think they're going to get him.
Not to kill.
Yeah, they're not going to kill. He's almost dead. Actually, you know what? At this point, he has less than 10 HP. He's gonna submit. He's gonna surrender. So you don't even need to knock him out. He's just like, wait, please stop the bed sheets, anything. As they're just like pummeling, just cloth is pummeling him on the head over and over, and he will just literally like start crying and sobbing and begging for mercy, and his weapon clatters away. And you can just tell the bed sheets literally like subdue him, and they'll just wrap around him and basically make him a little burrito of a man.
I want to kick him in the ribs, like, dickhead. This is the nicest place I've slept in like 2 months, and you're gonna do this to me?
Yeah, you do this. Yeah, and meanwhile, by the way, after like this fight is over, like 30 seconds later, a knock comes on the door, and you actually, I'm assuming there's actually a peephole. I'm assuming you look. It is it's actually like the bouncer to this place. This place has like a bouncer, and he's like, "Hey, you guys all right in there? We don't want you getting hurt."
We good.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, it seems like this is something that has happened before, so they have security. But yeah,
Do you have like a body removal service?
he's like,
Body in here.
I'll call the guards. And don't worry, we'll take care of it.
Thank you.
Why would you do that? All right. Anyway, well, quickly then. Detect thoughts, probing immediately, hauling him over to the bath. What's the name of the guy you work for? Why? What does he want except for his money back? I guess. Where does he live? Where all the juicy details.
He's just gonna submit. He's not even gonna try to resist the mind probing.
Okay.
Because he is like just kind of his like mind is rattled right now. He would hold on. I need to look at where's my list of dwarven names. Yeah, so he would tell you that the name of the dude is Folmir. Or Folmir, sorry. Folmir. Folmir, a dwarven crime lord. He's Folmir. It's the dwarf that you saw earlier tonight and gambled with. He just wanted his money back.
He wanted his money back? Why did he send two guys with knives?
He sent us to get
It seems like you were trying to kill us.
He wanted you. He said to kill the pig and to kill you three. He said to kill you three, but that we could leave the girl alive. He just, to be fair, because during the thing, you two were the ones who were helping out. Bree was just kind of doing her own thing. So yeah. So he's like, we're just to kill you three, or at least subdue you, and then take the veal, take your gems and your gold, and then get out of there.
All right, fair enough. So where does he live, and what kind of crime does he do?
He runs the underground of the city practically. You know, smuggling, all sorts of things.
Okay, I'd be willing to consider this and even maybe revive your friend, and if you actually care about him, if you were to tell us where he keeps all his gold.
He's got a manor in the inner city, near the temple.
That's ironic.
We got shit to do, guys. We're not doing a heist.
Heist, dude, come on, heist.
You weren't around for the last heist. The last heist didn't go okay.
Well, you didn't have me, and you didn't have Pass Without Trace, so...
The guy's like, please just let me live.
Yeah.
So no, alright, hold on. Heist or no heist? Are we at least gonna kill the guy?
No, please don't kill me!
Not this guy, the head guy.
Yeah.
Oh, baby. It's on the it's like deep.
I just want to go shopping.
We can go shopping with a lot more freedom if we, take all his gold. We're doing this city a service. We're doing all the dwarves a favor that they would not do for us.
Do you want to get attempted assassinated again? Because it seems like how you get attempted assassinated again. Except next time they just send more guys.
Yeah, but you see, what happens is, if he dies, there's a power vacuum, and none of them are going to give a shit about us, because they're all going to be trying to fill the vacuum.
Or we can just go shopping and then we'll give a shit about us.
Just go shopping and...
Fine. You guys are cringe.
I'm
We're
sorry.
coming back here.
I want to do the heist.
Thank you, Bree. Thank you.
I mean, you guys could always just... This is the middle of the night when he was expecting the attack to happen. You could always go on your own, just the two of you, and strike quickly back before he's even ready, you know?
I think we do that, but all four of us, and we get done before the night's over, and then we go shopping in the morning and leave.
Good idea.
Fine, we'll do the heist.
Yes!
We'll do the heist, but I better get something fucking cool. You got you have 4 fucking magic items. You can do all these cool spells.
I sold one, okay.
Talvo wants one cool thing. His cool rogue moment got stolen. You got to do the card game. You won. Just give me just a little drop.
You can have some fame, some fortune as a treat. Okay, yeah. Well, okay, in that case, I'll just I don't know, take this guy's coin purse and let him go, because we're the criminals now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you take his coin purse of he's got like 50 gold, not that much.
Okay.
Why do you let him go? He's gonna take us there. He's gonna lead us.
Oh well, if you're gonna take us there, then you can have your coin purse back.
I don't want to take you there. No, he's gonna kill me if he finds out. Please don't make me do it.
We're gonna kill you if you don't, and we're gonna go maybe kill him.
Fine, I'll take you. But wait, if it's you guys coming with, we gotta go through the sewers.
Okay.
They won't let us in the gate, not at this time of night, not with you all not having passes.
We can just. Do they patrol the wall of the inner city?
Yeah, they do. You would know they do. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Let's go through the sewers. Works for me.
He's like, I'll take it. I'll take you there. Just let me, please. Promise me you won't kill me there.
I don't think we've ever killed anyone in our lives. We would never kill you.
No, never.
Even
Never.
though the sewers is a really cool place to dump a dead body, we probably won't kill you.
Yeah, because then we'd be stuck in the sewers.
Yeah.
You know?
So he's like, at this point, he'll be like, you know, he'll be like, I'll take you there. I'll take you there. And
Cool.
yeah, and I think we leave off here for next time, where you guys are gonna get your revenge on this guy for his attempted assassination, and we'll see how that goes. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Heist time. Yeah, the first heist
Heist
went
time.
so well. I'm sure
Yeah.
this one will.
I just wanted to buy some stolen.
Well, okay, so
I
only
just wanted
one
to buy
party
some
member.
stolen goods.
Yeah.
I'm
You
not
don't have
really
to buy it. You can be
It's
the stealer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we will wrap up here, and next week, are we all good for next week? Or Helios, you're gonna be moving soon, right?
Probably won't be.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be at home, so
Okay.
I won't be.
Well, yeah, we'll see when the next time is we can play, but it might be a couple weeks. But
Maybe Sunday, but yeah, we'll see. Sunday,
Yeah.
middle.
yep. Either way, though, yeah, that'll do it for us. So thank you to everyone for watching, and
Yeah.
I might actually be streaming again in a few minutes with some Valheim, probably just for like an hour or two, but
I may join, perhaps.
yeah. So, anyways,
Probably.
yeah, yeah. Well, but some of us will be streaming probably tonight. So see you all later. Bye bye.
See you.
See ya.